Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. I think it's using a different microphone, but let's take a look here. Can you guys hear me? Is it loud enough? Okay, so you can hear me okay? It's not too far away because I don't think this microphone is working. Oh, must be Mercury retrograde. What is going on? So, as long as you can hear me, that's the important thing. Apologies if it's not as loud as it normally is. You might have to increase the the sound there. Um, so, all right, well, here we go. It's always wonderful when technology doesn't work out quite the way that we expect it. But now we can take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now, and calm down. I was running around trying to get everything working here. So the first session and several more that I tried to start, the sound wasn't working. But I'm going to let it go off of whatever sound it's using now. I did screenshot the original one. So I do have that chat, which I will honor and start with that. And then I will start into this chat as well. Before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you want to join me in doing that, I'm more than welcome you to do that. And let me just move some stuff around here. And again, just going to take a big deep breath and come back to here, right now. Just let that love flow down into our heart and fill us up and overflow out into the world. Circling the globe in a giant bubble of love. That the hearts that are ready for higher vibration love are sparked further and further upon their love path. And if you yourself are in need of love in this moment, for your heart, for your mind, your body, a loved one, a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, I send love to you right now. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and allowing the space for this. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Who knows? Every once in a while, the microphone that I use, it just YouTube doesn't recognize it for some reason. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So let me just make sure I've got everything up here that I need to, since it was like I had to reboot it several times here, and so I'm a little bit out of my norm here. So I'm trying to get back into where I have everything. All right. So before I do get started into the drawings, I also want to make sure that everyone knows every Monday I do have a drawing for a personal recorded reading. And so this is the link to the video. I'm going to give away 1 hour personal recorded reading. And then also I have a little announcement in there about monthly giveaways, so you can check that out. Also, if you're interested in any of my merchandise, I have several t-shirts and different options of reminders. I created them originally because I like wearing them myself, and I like, you know, looking at them in the mirror, and people ask me, "Oh, I like your shirt." I'm like, "Oh, that's right. It helps me come back to me." And so if you want to check that out, Spring is having a special 25% off sale. It's normally, it was called Teespring before. Now they just go by Spring. But you can, it's now through the April 17th. And if you want to check out my merch, that's the link there. Also, we still have some Libra full moon energy that's impacting us. So if you want to check that out, if you haven't checked out that pick a card, that's the pick a card. And it actually even has in there how you can make the most of the full moon energy. So you can check that out. And then also, we've got the monthlies for the month of April out by each individual zodiac sign. So if you want to check that out, that's the playlist for that. So there we go. And those are the announcements that I wanted to go over there. And let me just make sure. I'm going to do the pop out chat here. Maybe. Oh, there it goes. I was like, oh no, is that now not going to work either? All right, so we are doing good here. Let's do the live chat. All right, that is looking good. Let me just shrink it down a little bit and get this, and we will get started. Thank you guys so much for your patience with all the technical issues that we were having. Oh, I guess it's a little out of sorts here too. Oh, what a mess we are today. But hey, that's life, right? All right. So if you're new to my channel, also, or to these readings, how I handle the readings is I do go down in order, first come, first serve. I did screenshot the original session, so I did capture that. So I will go by that, and then I'll jump into this session's chat. And what else? Oh, I do honor. So I go down in order, first come, first serve, for the readings, for the free readings. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step out of the free readings and I complete those and I dive deeper into those as well. And then once I'm done, I step back in order and continue going down the list. If you want to make a donation, you can do it by the super chat, which will be at the bottom of this chat room. YouTube does take about a third of that for their administration fees. If you want to make a donation another way, oops, I didn't do that yet. Let me see here. That's one thing that I forgot to do because I got all flustered. It is listed in the description box of the video down below. And here's the link to all of them as well. And I'm going to pin that at the top here. So that'll be the pinned message. All right. And no, there's no specific dollar amount for the donations. I know everyone has different, finances here and there. And so a donation is a donation. So that is how it all works. I think I've got everything. Again, I feel like I'm all over the place. My apologies. I think we are good to get started. I am going to be using this beautiful Santa Muerta tarot today. It's one of my new favorite decks. And so if you're interested in that, you can see what it is and order it for yourself. But I do have a donation to start off. Thank you so much, Courtney. I definitely appreciate that. And so we'll start with you. And so you're supposed to meet up with Marquita tomorrow to talk. You've been having issues for a while now. Will she finally open up or continue to play mind games? Uh-oh. Well, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know around this. Thank you guys so much for being here. I greatly appreciate all your love, all your support, all the likes that you give the videos as well. Definitely helps spread the Zen love. All right, let's see what we got going on here, Courtney. several different cards here. Okay. Yeah, we've got the Nine of Wands here, which does represent like this energy block that's happening. And so I understand where you're coming from here. The nine is kind of like a pulled back energy. And I just feel like there is this block that's keeping things from, kind of opening up, like you said, is it? And it's there is this progression here. So I like it. There is this Page of Cups is a higher love, a higher emotional sharing. But I feel like that there is this, hesitancy. They're in this kind of phase of their life where they're in this inner type of journey because this is like our higher self and our human self, and there's this kind of a giant hug from their higher self, trying to help them feel safe and to allow them to experience this higher love, to feel safe to express it. So I do see that there, like with that Nine of Wands, there is that energy, that's the hermit energy. They're kind of protected there, and it doesn't really have to do with you so much as it is them getting over what they've gone through in their life here, which is represented here by the Five of Cups. They're in this maze of their emotions. They're kind of focused in their pain and their suffering and things that had happened in their past, the lower vibrational emotions. But they are working their way out here, which is what I like. It's like it's not like they're just sitting in the middle of the maze going, I'm lost and blah blah blah. The Ten of Pentacles shows this transformation that they're making toward the outside world, and so they are making their way out. And so I feel like they're, you know, it's hard. They're showing me all this stuff. I'm like, wait. They, it's like having an understanding of going, okay, it's not about me. They're not really playing mind games. They're playing fear games, safety games. They're trying to slowly open up. It's almost like, if you ever been around an abused animal that has had things, it's like gaining their trust. And it's not that they don't trust you, they just don't trust the world because of what they've experienced. And they're making their way there, and they're beginning to trust you more and more. It's like how, an animal will come closer to you and closer to you and closer to you, closer to you, and then it'll eventually allow you to pet it. And then it almost like changes within days sometimes after that. Or once they get to a certain point, they're like, okay, I trust you. And then they're in your lap, right? Well, that's what I feel is happening here. And it's not quite where they're ready to jump into your lap yet. But I do see, I know we're like, woo. I do see here, the Queen of Cups. This is your empathy. This is you. You're. I feel like with the Queen of Cups, she rolls over water. She gets an extra portion of water. All queens do. So this is you. You have a huge heart. You have the ability to sense their emotions, sense what's going on within them, and you see and you feel the storm that's raging around. But we have the Six of Wands, which is victory. It is that, energy does stabilize between you both. And you have the Empress, which is, it's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, but it's, new birth. It's, harvest. It is. So I feel like this last part is for you, just from spirit, to say, um, trust your heart, let the love flow. That's what that they need to feel that safety, and that it is worth it. I mean, the Six of Wands is very, celebration and victory type of energy, and then the Empress, of course, is new birth. So it's just, I know it's like I don't want to be their mother, but it's about being a nurturing individual for them, realizing that's what they need. if you don't want, you know, uh, to be that for them, you don't have to. Just know that it's going to take them a long time to get out of that maze of emotion that they got lost in when they were younger. And being a source of love, being a bright source of light, helps them go, "What's that?" It's like a lighthouse and they're lost at sea, helps them find the shore, and it can get to that point. But that's what kind of spirit wants you to see about all this. I know, I used to be attracted to people who needed saving because my hero inside of me just loved to be needed. Eventually, it started to turn me off. Usually, when I met someone and and I was interested in them, I'm like, you must be really messed up for me to be so attracted to you. And then eventually later, it would repel people from me because I was like, I don't want to be a superhero anymore. I'm ready to be in my fortress of solitude instead. But that's what's coming in there, Courtney. So hopefully that helps just shed some light on what's going on inside of him and what you can do with it if you choose to or not. But you realize it's not a mind game against you, it's just a fear game that's going on. So many blessings to you. Hang in there, Courtney. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Always victory. Thank you for your donation as well. So you'll be up next. You're very welcome, Courtney. Um, So, what blessings are coming into your life in the next 2 months? Let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit would like you to know here. Nope, none of those. Okay. What else? What else? All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. All right. Okay. Sorry. I don't mean to chuckle when I see cards, but it's just what I do. You have the Emperor here, which I like for you, in the next 2 months. It is a blessing where it's a new beginning. It's Aries energy, new start, new, flow coming into your life. It's a major arcana, which is a significant, uh, like leaping into a new start. And it's something for you. The Emperor card represents like stepping into your power around something too, because let's even mustache. He does. Skeleton with a mustache. But there, is this, the emperor has the throne room full of all the advisors and all this advice and opinion of blah, 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 blah. And I like it because you are stepping up and going, no, I get to decide, clear the throne room. I've heard all your opinions and advice. Thank you. Thank you. But now I'm about to make my decision for me, for the kingdom, for my life. And it's the stability that comes in. You're getting rid of a lot of noise and have this start that you're making here in an area of your life within the next 2 months. Where I chuckled was because we got the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles is about slow moving, type of energy. And the Seven of Cups felt like to me the Seven of Pentacles. That's why I chuckled, because I'm like, it's not the Seven of Pentacles, which is another slow moving, eventually we have where the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. But they're like, but that's what we want you to look at it as. And I like, why didn't you make the Seven of Pentacles come out? So all that was going on in my head. But it is about emotion. It is about choice. And it is about that this could be a relationship, or it could be a friendship, a partnership, whatever it is. It's something that's been slow moving. And this is one of the blessings that's coming in, is that it's been slow moving. It hasn't moved fast, which has allowed you to see things more clearly. And you've really learned a lot through this, because the Knight also has this, it's a quest, they all quest after things. And this Knight quest after uh, like a new way of looking at your worth in the outside world. And so even though it was like a blessing in disguise, that's been going on here. And I like it because you do have the King of Pentacles. So you had the knight that was searching for the, you know, looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And now they've done it. So they've, been able to achieve it. And you feel this abundance that comes. This is the blessing that comes after it all because it does transform how you look at everything in the outside world, right? So I really, really like this for you because you also have the moon card. And so, the combination of all these three here have, well, actually all these four, because all this about looking at your worth and blah, blah, blah. Well, here you go with all the internal reflection that you're doing. And I know that's a blessing. It really, really, truly is, when we look at, and see who we are and we dive deep into the depths of our subconscious and unconscious. And with this energy, we connect to the higher realms. It's almost like the high priestess that comes in. She goes into her beautiful high temple, connects to the upper world, goes behind the veil, dives deep into the unconscious and the subconscious. This is beautiful, beautiful new energy. And I love the new moon also being reflected in here because we come back to, this allows you to this newness, this new beginnings, this new starts that come in here too. So I really like this for you. It's like they keep on saying, what a beautiful blessing in disguise, which I know you get it, it's like self-reflection and the inner clearing changes our whole viewpoint and how we see the outside world. And I really, really like that for you. So that's what's coming in the next 2 months. This beautiful aha that really opens up, allows you to understand what you truly want. Even though you hear all the blah, blah, blah from your advisors in the throne room, and you're like, okay, everyone out. I need some alone time. I'm contemplating, what do I want? What do I truly want? And then you're making movement on it. So I like that for you always, Victory. Very good. So many, many blessings to you. Hey, Missy. Hey, Kavita. You are very welcome. So again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. Oh, thank you so much for your donation, Misty. Thank you so much for that. And do you have a question you'd like me to pull some cards for you? Love you too, my dear friend. You've known me for a long, long time. Can you believe it? Since what, 1983? Crazy, crazy. All right, so you've got a lot going on with work and new opportunities. Plus, you're trying to write a book. Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look here and see. Let me just shuffle these up here and let's see what they have for you. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Yeah, I like that. Since high school, I don't need to say a year, right? And age us. All right. And then they do want you to have a Whispers of the Lord Ganesha Oracle. So let's take a look here. Young at heart always, right? That is for sure. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Wow. So card number 22, Harmony. And I love card number 22. It is a master number that comes in. And, it is this, where master number 11 for me is like getting to know our ego, our human, lovely journey. The number 22 for me is when we get to know our higher self and realize we're so much more than our human that's having this experience, this character. We are a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love, having this human experience, and that our higher self doesn't need to destroy, our ego, our human side, and all of this. There's this bonding together that happens where our higher self actually, um, completes and fulfills our ego's hunger. And then that's what comes to master number or power number 33, because it's the 11 plus the 22. So I like this energy coming in here about completion and joining together and like stepping into it's like an with this harmony, which makes sense. There's this wonderful um like confirmation of your life purpose and how you're sharing that unconditional love in your heart with the world. And I like it. It starts off saying, "You deserve to feel good about your existence." This card is symbolic of your personal beliefs and what will bring you happiness in your life. Ganesha is asking you to remember to radiate warmth and energy. Take some time to reflect on your personal values and attitudes. What did you believe? I'm sorry, what do you believe will bring you to the outcomes that you're longing for in order to have a complete and happy life? The color orange can refer to a period of socializing, activity, and new adventures. Orange is the color of the sacral chakra and is associated with the private organs and reproductive systems. It can symbolize happiness and love. We store our feelings, emotions, pleasure, sensuality, intimacy, and connection in this domain. How deserving do you feel? And when you feel that you deserve good, you treat yourself well and require that others treat you well also. And when the sacral chakra is clear and the energy is in balance, you're friendly, you're compassionate, and empathic with a concern for others. You will experience a very strong sense of belonging. So feel good about your life, enjoy time with friends, and do what is necessary to bring yourself in alignment with what you want from the relationships in your life. I like it. So some great clarity there. And then let's take a look at your tarot and let's see what we have unfolding here. All right, that makes sense. So you start off with the Eight of Swords, and I like this because the Eight of Swords is a very beautiful progression in your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets and your attitudes and your expectations. These represent your small t truths, which are, rooted in our fears of losing conditional love, not living up to other people's expectations, and letting people down, and being rejectable and unlovable, blah, 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 right? All that stuff we're given all our lives that we've been, chopping away at for a very long time. And the Eight of Swords is that you are recognizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped in your life, and you're releasing yourself from this, you're moving beyond this, and I like it because you are seeing things from a higher perspective with the Hanged Man. You're also in this period of time where I feel like you've had this change, like where you might have been feeling like you were a caterpillar in a cocoon for a while. You're struggling and you're getting ready. I almost feel like, with this Eight of Swords, that feeling trapped and confined is that cocoon feeling. It's like you've been releasing stuff, you've been letting go of things. You've been becoming caterpillar juice, and you have the butterfly and the wings formed, and you're like, I can't take it anymore. And this is the struggle to get out of the cocoon, and the struggling to get out of the cocoon is what gives your wings the strength to fly. And I like this because it's this feeling of like, I can't stay in here anymore. I need to fly. I need to spread my wings. And I really like that for you here. Because here again, you have, this Nine of Pentacles, which is the inner journey of the um, uh, hermit, like, yeah, something. The nine is the hermit card, of course, Virgo energy, and it's about having found its fullness and its wholeness and its definition of its worth from within. And again, with the Justice card here, the Ace of Swords allows you to see things from a higher perspective, and it cuts away these small t truths because we've got the balancing here energy, and it's you know cutting away more and more and more of the small t truths and seeing things from that higher perspective, the capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love from up above. So I really feel like with all of this that's happening here, that this freedom is coming. I mean, you're going through a death and a rebirth. So it's definitely this, all of this is coming in to play here with the cocoon, and you're ready to show off your wings. You're ready to flutter. And so with the work and with new opportunities, with sharing your heart with the world, all of this is supported with this new beginning, with this transformation at this place in your life. And you have your inner strength. And again, so this would be when I was talking about in the beginning about, the strength card represents this is your human, which would have been master number 11, your higher self, number 22. The strength card is the joining together of your higher self and your human self. And then you're able to adventure into this lifetime in a completely different way, because when we are just our ego side, right, we feel lost, we feel alone, we're wandering, we're having all these beautiful, fearful experiences. Then we have our enlightenment period where we're like, I'm, someone much higher and different than just this character. And then because so much of our, uh, growing up in life and spirituality and everything says, destroy the ego. It's like, no, it's a part of us. It's like, no, complete your ego, complete your human. It's hungering for the unconditional love. And when we give it what it's been thirsting for and hungering for, we're not like Superman where, our higher self comes down, rescues, and then flies away. Now that our human is so aware of our higher self, it joins together. We walk hand in paw or hand in hand through life, experiencing life in this wholeness and this completeness in a completely different way. So I feel like with all of this, it's saying this is part of your journey. It's you're seeing things in a completely different way, and the old ways don't feel as uh, fulfilling like they did before, because you're ready for something new. Yeah. So it's time to shashang, express and let those wings dry, and you're ready to fly and go into places and to approaches. And a caterpillar, it only can go so far. It hits a stream and it goes, I can't go in there, I'll drown, right? But a butterfly flutters and go, oh, I think I just flew over a stream. Woohoo! You're going all these distances in your life that you haven't felt you were ready for, but boy, are you ready for it now. So I like it. Yeah, very good. Many, many blessings. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm excited. Um, the book, continue with the book, and with work and new opportunities. Yeah, don't be afraid to let all things go, because the butterfly doesn't go, okay, well, let me wrap up the cocoon, let me throw it on my back, and I'm going to, struggle carrying it with me. No, there's some stuff that you're ready to leave behind and go, it did what it needed to do, but it can't go where I'm going now. And it's okay. You can do it without guilt, without, regret or shame or whatever, whatever wonderful, you know, emotions that we feel when we're letting something go for what it was. And it's like, all right, it can't go, but that's what I'm hearing. This stuff can't go where you're going, and it's okay to leave it behind. It's like you're going in a rocket ship to a new planet and you're like figuring out, okay, what do I only have so much room in the rocket ship. What is it important enough to bring with me? And what am I gonna go, yeah, I'm leaving that behind. So many blessings and much love to you, my friend. All right. And then always victory. You are up next, and then I do have another donation, which will be up after that. So Renee, you'll be up after always victory here. So always victory. You want to? Will you be able to buy a car by your birthday? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what we have here. All right. Well, you do have the Page of Swords coming in here, and the Page of Swords is, is our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, etc. And the Page of Swords is about new, well, it can be new communication, but I really feel like it's new expectations that come in, seeing things differently, letting some old expectations go about what the car, needs to be, should be, has to be, from where it's like a freeing up here, and how you get it, how it can be given to you. The Six of Pentacles has this energy of, what can I receive? What can how can I receive it? It's usually my codependency awareness card, but it's also my, what do I have to do to deserve something? And I feel like that's more what's happening here, is like you're changing your awareness of what you're um, worthy to receive. The so much of our worth, I talk about it, on here quite a bit, because Spirit brings this card up quite a bit. It's kind of our society, the way we've been raised a lot in this generations over the last 100 years. When we're younger, as children, usually 7 years old and younger, when our emotional body is being formed, we have to do so much to get so little attention. It's like we have to give 100 or 1,000 love coins to get one love coin back. And it's because people are struggling so much. People are, you know, it's usually parents or grandparents, people that we're wanting love from and attention from. They're so busy and, trying to make life happen and food on the table, make sure we have somewhere to live, and paying attention to all siblings and everything else out in life, that we have to do big things to get little things. But that, as children, we don't know any better. And so those beliefs sink down into our subconscious. And we just are like, okay, I have to do a lot to deserve a little. But I feel like if you look at that and go, you know what? Bring those up and realize, okay, I see how what I needed to do in that belief, and I'm editing that. I'm, um, able to click that edit button, get rid of those zeros, and make it 1 to 1 instead of 1 to 100 or 1 to 1,000. And then we save it, and it goes down, and we realize I deserve things in life, and that energy, this block, changes. So our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets and some of these subconscious programs that have been running underneath about what we're worthy of receiving changes. And so, I feel like they're saying here, if you will pay attention to that, um, take some time to do that, that, yeah, you definitely do get a vehicle by your birthday, and it's going to be so much more different than you ever thought it would be. It's like you go in expecting this and that and this and that, and I'm going to have to do all this, and you go in and they're like, you know what, we have this great deal going on, and there's rebate and blah 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 and da, da, da. And you're like, what? And you're able to get into a vehicle you didn't think you'd be able to get into, but because of rebates and because of stuff happening, you're just like, no way, no way. And I like it, because here's the King of Wands too, which, again, this is the wand is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration, and your energy and your power is coming in here. And so again, really looking into that, all those programs that are running underneath. But this is also about stepping into your energy of whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And so with the clearing of that energy underneath about the um, lovability and the acceptability and how much energy you have to invest, you're able with that magic wand and not focusing on what you fear will happen or what you're, afraid will or will not happen, because that just makes those things, we draw them in or repel things out of our life. Instead, you're focusing on gratitude and joy and happiness and what you do want to have come in. And that energy um, fits in and allows you to do that. So I feel like Spirit is saying, I know, right? That if you will do the energy work and clear these things out, that you can have a new vehicle by your birthday. You do have a new vehicle in your future, but the worthiness and that energy that's there and where you're investing your energy is what has the block that would keep you from having it. But if you'll do that freeingness inside that we just talked about, that you can, and it's going to be something so much more than you imagined you had been able to have before. Um, so it's like the energy is such an important piece here for it. So it's like a yes and a no, depending on what energy you have. Because I definitely see a car in your future, but to have it by your birthday, doing that is what allows that to happen. And in big ways, I really like it. So hopefully that makes sense there for you. Always victory. Many, many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation. All right. And I do have one more donation here. And so, Renee, you are up. Okay, very good. And thank you for your donation as well. All right. Oh, yeah. It's there's no time limit on with you being a winner, Renee. So if you need more time, take your time. Gather your questions. There's no pressure. There's no expiration date when you win one of my free readings. So, send it when you're ready. No pressure at all. So for today, you want to know how is your boss viewing you? All right, let's take a look here and see what is their impression of you. And of course, when we ask about other people's viewpoints, Spirit always just nudges me to mention that everyone is a mirror for each other, and so what they're seeing in you is a lot what they're seeing in themselves. And sometimes people see stuff in us that isn't even us, right? And we're like, I don't see where you saw that. Was because they're seeing through their little goggles of themselves, right? Let's take a look here. All right. So we've got, I'm sorry, let me just adjust my camera. There we go. So we have the Page of Pentacles that's coming in here. And the Page of Pentacles, you know, it is about seeing things differently in the outside world and new opportunities that open up. And so I feel like they almost see you, that you have this desire for more, that you want more work, you want more different positions, you want more in your life. And it is coming through in your energy form that you're like, this is good for now, but I don't want to be stagnant. Which makes sense here too with the 10 of Wands. You got the 10 of Wands, which is so much energy. You have so much energy, right? That they're like, um, and you have both of these came out together, by the way. So you have the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion and passion, movement, and 10 of Wands is a lot of energy, a lot of passion too. Of I have a lot to give, and I want to give, and I have so much I want to do, and da 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 da. And that's what comes through here. In that Page of Pentacles, I almost feel like they have this view of, I don't know how long that you're going to be able to stay in your positions, because it's like you have a lot of desire to do a lot of things, and it does show and come through that they're like, um, there's, I want they want to give you opportunities, they want to give you stuff so that you'll stay, but they almost have this fear inside too that we're not going to be able to, contain this bright force. It's like someone trying to contain the sun. They're like, I don't know how long that we're going to be able to keep her here because she has so much desire to do so much and to, express, their life and to do stuff, right? So I like that, because that they, usually businesses love a go-getter, but you know, also they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if we're going to be able to, like you said, offer you enough in the timing that you want. And so there's like this fear in the background that they're going to lose you to a different job. The Seven of Swords here too feeds into that because the Seven of Swords normally is, what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets will, cheat us out of things and deceive us and that type of thing. And I feel like the energy more is like they're afraid that they're not able to, like almost like they feel like they're holding you back in ways, and that they're again it comes into this of they don't want to lie to you, they don't want to make false promises, but they're also afraid that if they um, you know don't encourage you that there's other positions and stuff and it's coming, even though I feel like in the back of their head they know that um, it takes, like a year before management would allow you to get into kind of like a position, type of thing. And, but they're saying, but it could be like as soon as 6 months, even though they know like "Ooh, it'd be a big stretch and it would be a miracle. They're like trying to encourage you because they don't want to lose you, if that makes sense. So I feel like there's possibly some stretching of some truths that are coming in with them, like as far as promotions and raises and things like that. They're being a bit generous in the timing to try to maintain you. Yeah, yeah. It's nice to be appreciated, and even if it's like, you know, not even. Um, it might be even subconscious, in the back of their way in the back of their mind, they're going, I know I am, promising probably more than I can do, but I definitely want to do this for them, type of thing. Because we have the Six of Pentacles, which with job is giving and receiving, and they again, I feel like this because both that Seven of Swords and the Six of Pentacles came out together. It's like they really want to give you a lot because of what you give to them in work, and so they're trying to be reciprocal, financially and opportunities and stuff. But like I feel like they are biting off more than they can chew, because I feel like they feel guilty, and again fear and guilt around it. So all right, well I'm glad it resonates, but I know, what are you gonna do, so all right. uh, so are you saying the video's buffering, Krishna? Is anyone else experiencing buffering? Because maybe it's just your internet. I know it goes all over the world, so you're probably on the other side of the world, right? You're very welcome, and thank you again for your donation, Renee. Me. Okay, okay. Whoosh! I had a lot of issues in starting um, the first session. I had to quit and start over. Um, but I did grab the chat from the original. So I am going to honor that and for the free reading. So I'm going to start at those and work my way down the first session chat. And I know I saw some of you kind of repost yours, which is great. But I'm going to honor the original. Once I get through that one, then I will start on the this chat that on here. There wasn't a ton on there, but we'll start there. So Rishi, you were the first one on the original chat, so we'll jump there. And I am doing much better now that everything is doing well and you guys can hear me and see me. So I really like that. Um, and I just noticed always victory that I did not pull a oracle card for you, so we'll pull one for you there as well. Sorry. So Rishi, you want to know, should you accept the job offer Shabam has given you? So we'll just kind of rephrase it a little bit there because there are no shoulds on in the spiritual realm, but we can ask them, is it for your highest experience um, to choose and accept that job offer, and what kind of energy comes in with that job? So let's take a look here and see what they say. All right. All right. I do like it. There's this job does bring you some, joy here. You have the Empress card, which is new birth, new growth. So I feel like the combination of these is a yes. Just to make it simple, yes. The Eight of Cups is about leaving behind emotions and people and situations that no longer serve you. It's emotional. But it brings you this 10 of Cups, which is this transformation. It's a rebirth. It makes you feel overflowing. And so I really like this for you. It does bring you into this great place of nurturing yourself too, because this is like Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy. So I feel it's like, yeah, choose this for you. And I like it for you. Like this is it, it has you move from where you almost feel like this is where you're at, and this is where you end up, which this is very much, beautiful, right? Bountiful and beautiful, and the transformation of the butterfly. So I would say that is a yes, Rishi, that it does end up bringing you to just a whole new level of emotional flow. So I like it. Wonderful rebirth. All right, and that's what they have for you there. So many blessings to you. Anya Ahuya, you are up next. And you, no, Clover, we haven't gotten to you yet. I just finished up the donation readings, and I'm starting on the first chat, the first session's chat first. So you're going to be a little bit yet. All right. So Anya, hello, hello. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. You want to know what good news or thing is headed your way in the outside world? All right. I love the clarity of that, right? Because we have a ton of stuff that can come on the inside. But you want to know on the outside, what's coming? What blessing? So I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend or Friday, wherever you're at in the world. All right. Well, you got two major arcana coming in here, Anya. And you do have this, the Hanged Man is about seeing things from a different perspective, but it's also about something that's been taking a while to unfold is now happening. It's like the wait is over. And the Justice card does show that there's this balancing in the outside world that, is coming in as well. So there was this period, that you have been working on looking at things from a different perspective and doing your inner transformation. But this is about to, things, whatever's been feeling kind of tilted is, coming into this wonderful. I just feel like taking a big deep breath and going, okay, good. Now I feel like I can move forward now that I don't feel out of balance. And so, whatever this was going on in the outside world that felt really out of balance, like the scales were tilted way off, whatever this is, whatever situation in the outside world rights itself because of your perspectives and how you're going, you know what? you've released a lot to the universe, going, you know what, I've done everything I can do. It's up to you now. And then, bloop, and you're like, okay, well, that is fantastic. And I love this. So this beautiful blessing, this beautiful, balancing of things is good. So I like that for you, Anya, and many blessings to you. All right, up next, we've got Mega. Hello, hello. You want to know, how will ours trip abroad be, and when will he come back? All right, let's take a look here. Just Spirit wants you to know that's how it's going to be and when he's coming back. So, oh, wow. Well, it looks like it's very productive and beneficial and fruitful. It's Empress is a wonderful, it's harvest, it's abundance, it's new beginnings, it's, a very positive energy and positive outcome. So I feel like it will be that. And we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is, she rules over air, but she also has water. It's a balance between heart and mind. And so when will it come back? I feel like, I don't know if it makes sense. It's just like when things even out, when they, I feel like their heart is really taking them into this exciting journey, but eventually their mind balances things out, and then that's when they're like, okay, I'm ready to return. I've done what I've needed to do. My heart feels full. My head, I'm satisfied with what this is bringing, and I feel it's like it's complete. It just feels complete to them, and then they're ready to return. They don't give me a day or a time or whatever, because a lot of this journey and this decision depends upon their choices as they're going through it, because again, it's a balance of heart and mind. So that is what I have coming through, Mega. So many blessings for you. Dijona Sturgis, you want to know whatever comes out. So what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So you do have this, awareness that Spirit is saying here. I mean, they're nudging you to, with the Three of Pentacles, to be really true to the authentic you, not to be drawn off in different directions because of other people's expectations or fears of letting people down. The Eight of Swords represents the fears of letting people down, the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the musts, and all of that. And so it's like, no, you are realizing what of your own fears of letting people down have kept you feeling blinded and bound and trapped, and not being able to express the true authentic you. And this is about them saying, we want you to, look at this if if you can, because what you have to offer is the true authentic you is worth it. So, that is what, what they're looking at. So that is what is coming through for you right now, Dijona. So I like it. Be you, because the world needs more of you, not duplicates of other people. We want you to be you. No, haven't got to you yet, Krishna. You're going to be a while. I'm still going down the original list from the first video that the sound did not work. All right, Spiritual Gifts Diva, you are up next. So you want to know Rishikesh's thoughts about you. All right, of course, they are looking into a mirror. So these are also thoughts they think about themselves. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So, the King of Pentacles is, about abundance in the outside world and looking at how they view themselves. So I feel like this thinking here, because we have the Seven of Swords. Swords are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets. So when you ask their thoughts about you, the Seven is this, when we're realizing of our own self, what our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are deceiving ourselves, keeping us from opportunities, from moving forward. And so I feel like they're they're working on their own beliefs and their own ways of looking at things. Because I feel like so much of what their like their motivations, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Um, Motivations are about how can I feel full and whole and complete, and will they make me feel whole and complete? It's like their intentions and motivations in the past have been so much about having a solid outside world, but they're realizing how much of their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what they feel they're supposed to have and should have and need to have, they're really in this transformational time in their life where it's just psh, 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 all these experiences that are hitting them have them really in their own minds. So I don't feel like they have specific thoughts about you directly, like, oh, I wonder what she's thinking. I wonder what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. It's like more about how the you would impact their life. It's all about them, is what I feel like right now. So their thoughts are about how you impact them, but how this and this and this, it's like you're part of their whole mental, I don't know, processing of their outside life, but just very, very interesting uh, uh, approach. They're looking at they're questioning their motivations, which is interesting, right? Which is great. It sounds very enlightening, but that's what's going on right now. Spiritual Gifts Diva. So many blessings for you. Up next, we've got Princess Pinky. Actually, Leo 1111, you'll be up next. So, Princess Pinky, you want to know the coming days for you. Your little upside down. You're funny, diva. All right. So the coming days for you here, uh, Princess Pinky, you've got this Page of Swords, which is that you are looking at things in a different way here in the coming days. You're seeing things from a higher perspective, cutting away some fears, which is actually reinforced with this Five of Wands. Because Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, like your energy around you. It starts off feeling conflicting. It starts off feeling fearful of like, oh, are they going to set the rest of this, pack on fire and burn down the house? But you're seeing things differently. You're seeing things from a higher perspective. You are cutting away some fears around a situation, which then transforms. Your energy moves from feeling out of control and conflicted and, um, you know, these emotions that are related to fear, and it's transforming more into something that is of love and calmness and peace. So whatever has been kind of in, like in your face, it's purring here in a couple days. So whatever it's about you though, changing your viewpoint of how you're seeing things. Whether it's you're not taking someone else's actions or words personally, or you're letting go of attachment to a certain outcome, you're just realizing, why am I so anxious about this? Where is that fear? And I feel like you have this release. So I do like that for you, Princess Pinky. So many blessings to you. All right. So Leo 1111, you are up next. You want to know what are S's feelings towards you right now? Let's take a look here. Okay. So we do have the Ten of Pentacles. There is this beautiful, fullness around this. And the Queen of Swords, it's like this balanced energy. The Queen rules over air, but all the queens are given a second portion, but of water, which is the heart. So it's the heart and mind being balanced, and they're just feeling full. They're feeling, like things are good. It feels like they're just happy with the way things are right now. They feel their mind is balanced, their heart is balanced, and the outside world feels full. And so I just feel like they're just like okay with what is happening. Now, maybe you aren't. You're like, well, that's good for you, but what about I want this and this and this, and you're just sitting on your bohiney, and that's what I feel like is happening, is that they're just kind of like, well, this seems pretty good to me, and you're like, well, you know, your bar is set a bit low, is what you're like your inside, your human is telling their human, right? Because you have the Nine of Cups, you have this wish fulfillment. Like, I want this, and you're happy with that. You know, it's like someone getting a ketchup packet at a restaurant and going, "Oh, this is good enough," and you're like, "I want fries, and I want a burger, and I want a shake and dessert," and you are happy with a ketchup packet. But that's the kind of energy I feel is in for them right now. They just feel kind of maybe too okay with the what is going on when you want more. But that's what their feelings are right now. They just kind of feel like, oh, okay, everything is good, and they're like they have no idea, do they? But that's what I feel is coming through, Leo. So many blessings to you. Up next, we've got Rose with the pink rose picture. Thank you, Rose, for being here. And you want to know, do you have a long-term future with Leo? Not Leo 1111, right? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. You know, I know it sounds better when I start off with that. You know, you've got the Knight of Wands as the first card that came out, which is fast moving, very fiery wand, you know, energy, which is Leo. Leos are fire energy. But, you know, we've got the Queen of Wands, more fire energy, which is about, you know, drive and connection to spirit and being able to accomplish things and where you invest in your energy. I almost feel like if this is you, if this Queen of Wands is this energy, I feel like they're kind of riding away here. Because we've got the Ten of Swords, which is, you know, just being tired of living up to a lot of expectations, right? Long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts around a relationship. And it's like an ending of expectations. 10 is endings and new beginnings, right? It's the releasing of what we're expecting out of something. Leave that down. Because you also have the Four of Wands. And this is what, when these two cards come together, Four of Wands is like marriage and joy and celebration, but marriage, and with the Ten of Swords, there's a lot of expectations around marriage and relationship that this ends, you know. And so I feel like it's not long term with this one. Just with all this fire energy, it feels like it fizzles out. But I do like the Ten of Swords with the Four of Wands because with this process, the divine reason why you wanted to have this experience with this Leo is to see what you want to release, these thoughts and these fears you have around marriage and relationship, and you know that interaction. The interaction with this Leo allows you to release a lot, which brings in something so much more beautiful and more aligned with your heart, down the path. But this Leo is a stepping stone, an important stepping stone to help you get across to where you want to be. So you're definitely learning so much around this, but I don't feel like it's like long term, but it's very important to be in your life. And you both agreed this is what you would teach each other things in this lifetime to prepare you for what I call your soul partner. We have soulmates, which are stepping stones that help us get to our soul partner, and they're very important. You know, we can't, you know, get rid of them and jump over a river, wind up, you know, falling in the river. The stepping stones help us get across to where we want to go. So that's what I feel is coming through right now, Rose. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. And then always a victory. We had completed yours. If you're still here, I know you wanted when you had made your donation, I totally got, you know, off track. And you wanted an oracle as well about blessings coming to you in the next 2 months. So I do want to pull a oracle card to honor that energy exchange for you. So the Enchanted Map Oracle is what we're going to use. Let me just shuffle these up. And then Star Girl, you'll be my next free reading here in a moment. So always victor, you've got, the Gentle Gardener. Beautiful card there. Card number 2, which is like the High Priestess in the standard, the major arcana of the tarot. And this is be your own person. Be a conscious co-creator. So the Gentle Gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality you experience. The Gentle Gardener is the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all that you are is reflected in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? What is their quality? Believe in limitless possibility and you will see miracles unfold. The Gentle Gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out into the world. So stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. I think that I can't remember that one, but I know about your car. That is very much that energy, right? The power that you put out and expect miracles and wonderment. So I like that for you. All right, so that was for you, always victory. And then Star Girl, you want to know what Aquarius likes in you. All right, let's take a look here and see. I'm sure it's going to be quirkiness and weirdness because I know I'm Aquarius. That's what we like in people, is out of the ordinary and different. Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, I like this. Wow, all this energy. So, the Temperance is the first card that came out, and they love that they love the transformation. I feel like you're always in this transformation. You're always, the Temperance is going back and forth between the cups, and it changes its form into something else. And, here, the Ace of Swords, seeing things from a higher perspective, always looking to learn. The Magician is this fiery energy of wanting to move and manifest and change and transform. And so all of this is like they love, they're an air sign, so they love your intelligence, they love your inquisitiveness and your thirst for knowledge and thirst for transformation of both yourself and if you have shared your goal of trying to help the world transform into something else, that is right up their alley, and they love that about you too. And the Magician card is this, manifesting the power, stepping into your power. What do you want to do? How do you want to, you know, you just feel empowered. They like this fiery energy you have of wanting to make things happen, and where you invest your energy. You don't focus on all of this, um, woe is me, and all this is what happened, and look all the bad stuff. You're about like, this makes us stronger, and we're going to change the world. I feel like that's type of energy you have, and that is, these are the things that the Aquarius does like about you. So I like it for you, Star Girl. So that is what is coming through. Many blessings. Maju, you're up next. And you want to know Aries' hidden intentions towards you. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, they definitely are hidden with the high priestess here. She's about the hidden and the unknown. I feel like though, like this is you. You sense that there's something there because the high priestess, very intuitive, very understands, behind the scenes, below the surface, connecting to spirit. And I feel like that they have some hidden intentions that they do have this love, for you, and they do want to, be able to have this different type of love, this higher love. They feel like you're going to be able to give them a love that they haven't been able to experience yet in life, um, which is true to an extent. But the love they're looking for is really the upper love. But I feel like you're going to be able to show them some pieces of that unconditional love that they're just like, holy cow, what was that? Which I like. But I feel like they are looking to you to give them an experience of love that they've been searching for. And they think that, well, no one else has been able to give this to me. Maybe you will, because, of your intuition, your connection to spirit, your energy around you um, reminds them of the unconditional love of above. And because of that, they're, drawn to you like a moth to a flame, right? And you'll eventually point them back to their own heart inside. That's where they're going to find the love they're looking for. But I feel like you are really able to help them find that because that's what you're searching for. You're connecting more and more to the spirit world with that high priestess. You're finding that love from within, and then you will draw people to you that are hungry and thirsty for that higher love. And you'll be able to guide them in a variety of different ways. But I feel like that's what's going on there. They're just really being drawn to you because of your heart. And they feel like that you can give them, something there. So that's what's coming through, Manju. Many blessings to you. And I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Christy. Silent Victory, you'll be the next free reading up. But Christy, hello, hello. And can you have a general reading? Absolutely. And thank you for your donation. So I feel like these are your tarot, but they do want to give you a lantern oracle. So let's take a look here and see what they have here for you right now. Okay, I suppose that's it. Oh, wow. So you got this beautiful transitions card here. Card 37. You have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise on your path. Ooh, very magician energy, right? And let's take a look here. So transitions bridge our life from one significant change to the next. And they are the periods between one way, phase, or chapter in life and another. As interims that follow turning points of no return, they bookmark the times that we've had to figure out how to make our life work again. Yeah. So transitioning takes as long as it takes to adapt to new circumstances or perspectives. The tension of not being able to turn back and not knowing how to adjust effectively to what is new can be disconcerting. There can be varying degrees of pain, resistance, and inner turmoil as we struggle to break our former self into a new way of life and version of ourselves. Wow, how perfect, right? Until we figure out how all that is new to us works and reconcile ourselves with it, it can be difficult to trust others as well as ourselves. And these points of no return, at these points of no return, we can either freeze, fight, or as if we can do something about what has already happened, right? We're like, no. Or we can grow. So I like that, the fight or flight, or we can grow. We can fear or we can grow. I like it. Stepping or being thrust over a new threshold requires courage. There are no guarantees that familiarizing ourselves with our new direction will yield anything amenable to us. All that we can do is give life our best by being in the moment and putting 100% into effectively dealing with whatever presents itself. We learn as we go, and once we know better, we do better. I like that too. Transitions are raw and unstable periods that require time and patience to adjust and recalibrate. Trying to go back is an illusory trap that would be best to avoid, right? Well, maybe I can go back to that. No, don't do it. Understand that a return to what is past is not possible. The reality of it no longer exists for you. However, to complete the process of transition, you must choose to leave and let go of what was. Whether this change in circumstance is something that you had wanted or not is, I'm sorry, I lost my place. Okay, so whether this change in circumstances is something that you had wanted or not is irrelevant. You need to be the one who internally releases what so truly, I'm sorry, was to truly enter into what is now. The sooner you own the departure and reconcile yourself with whatever the change is, the smoother and briefer your period of transition will be. A minor or major time of transition may be at hand, maybe. The crone wishes to assure you that this is always okay for your period of transition to be messy, awkward, uncomfortable, and met with resistance. Be gentle with yourself as you find your new rhythm, routine, and way. It is helpful to reflect upon prior transitions and the wisdom gained from each, as well as to keep note of those going forward. So, the crone's message to you: transitions are the blessings rarely recognized as such at the time. I love it. So, definitely a transformation you're going through here. And I love those beautiful words of wisdom there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so your tarot here, you do have the Eight of Swords, which is you cutting away and being aware of your old ways of thinking that had made you feel, trapped and blinded and bound and suppressed, right? And so this is the movement away from those. You have been recognizing this is where your transition is happening in your life. And the Seven of Wands is about you being seen and kind of being moved up on a hill because of where you're going. You're headed up where people that are staying where they're at, the people that you're leaving behind, the people you're transitioning from, or situations, they may not like it. You're like, duh. Um, and because they feel low about themselves and they're like, why are you, being able to go into this part of your life that's feeling this way? Come back here and be miserable with the rest of us. And you're like, Shaw, no way. I'm headed off into this new beautiful journey of my life. And so you don't have to defend your happiness or your progress and your transformation and transition that you're going. Just understand that their words and actions are because they feel low about themselves. It doesn't have to do with you. It has to do with how they feel about themselves. And because here you have the magician, like I was talking about, that's the energy of this transition card. You have everything you need within you to make your dreams come true. Boom, boom, boom. It's right there. And the King of Swords, this beautiful Ace of Swords, which they are able to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm. They're able to cut away these small T truths that no longer serve. So this is showing that you are the one. You have the power. You're making this transformation and transition happen. You have the power to do it, and you have everything within you to make it come true. And here you go. And there you go. And then Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. So, Wheel of Fortune, things are turning, the endings and new beginnings, the a transformation, fated events that are even your human side feels that it's fortunate for you. So it's the tune of for you, the wheel of the tune of for you. And so it's turning and things are changing, always happening for you. Like everything is always happening for us. We just, our human sometimes doesn't realize it or can't see it. But with the Wheel of Fortune, that's even your human side feels like these changes are for you. And I like it. So that is what they have for you. I know, I love it for you. So beautiful, beautiful, such an empowering reading, um, supporting you in this transition that you're going through. And I like that. Every transition is a blessing, even if we can't see it as we're going through it. I love the crone that said that. So that is what they have for you, Christy. Thank you again so much for your donation and your constant, continual support. Much, much appreciated. Much love to you. All right. And so we're back to the first session's chat. We're almost done there. And then I'll jump into the chat for this session. Appreciate you guys, your patience as I do move my way down the list. Silent Victory, you are up and you want to know, well, first of all, how am I? I am doing well. Now that the sound is working good and everything is going smoothly, I am in a wonderful place. I was frantically trying to makes you appreciate when everything just works the way. And when we have unexpected, it is a great reminder, right? And you want to know a general reading right now. So let's take a look here. All right. Let me just reshuffle these. I had like 10 cards pop out. All right. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Silent Victory. All right. Well, you definitely have a new newness coming in here. You've got the Death and yeah. Is it choppy? Can everyone hear me okay? I don't want to continue if it's acting up. Yeah, as soon as I say everything's working great. I had some people mention earlier that they were having trouble, but no one else was. So I know the internet, depending on where we're at, can be acting up. So if you guys can let me know that are here, can you guys hear me okay? So hopefully it's coming through okay. I'm not getting a response, but I will continue here for Silent Victory. So I do see this death and this rebirth that's coming in here. Okay, good. Thank you. So we've got death and rebirth, which is a beautiful endings and new beginnings that's coming in here. And the Page of Pentacles is about new opportunities opening up in the outside world. So I feel like there is a significant, with it being the death and the rebirth card coming in, is a significant change. And so I like this. So it is a new opportunity that opens up in the outside world for you coming up here. So if you've been waiting for this, a change, waiting for something to get better and restart, this is an indication that the significant thing is about to have a rebirth, a transformation with it. So I like that. Great. Thank you so much, VD, as well. Thanks, guys. All right. So that is what they have for you right now, Silent Victory. A little bit of hope around a situation. All right, Brenda, you are up next here for the next free reading. And it looks like I do have, oh, I'm sorry. You'll be the next free reading, Brenda. But I do have a couple donations that just came in. And Always Victory had already done there. So thank you, Always Victory, for your additional donation. And what lessons are you learning now? Oracles, yes. Hopefully, did you get my? I did an oracle for you in the middle of all these other readings when I got to your name, because I realized I didn't give you an oracle card for your other reading. So hopefully you saw that. And I feel like they want to give you here Whispers of the Lord Ganesha. So let's take a look here. All right. So you got two cards coming in here. One is delight and one is capacity to love. And I like this. They wanted two cards here. They want me to read this one for you too, but obviously, delight is coming in here for you. And it's learning to love, learning to celebrate love, and to be able to sit within delight. And the capacity to love is what you're learning. And so that is cards, of course, card number 3 and then card number 3, 4. So let's take a look here. Yeah. And how perfect is it, right? So it takes courage to open up and heal areas of deep vulnerability. Ain't that the truth? Each human individual is created with a profound longing to feel loved. And out of this need for love, you may exaggerate and parade your fascinating qualities while masking your weaknesses or fears, when most of us mask all our fears, right? If you are not committed to looking at your root issues, you'll feel disconnected from your true self. So take a moment to look at how you are handling yourself. Are you being open and honest? Are you withdrawing from a situation? Are you masking a problem with some sort of avoidance tactic, such as shopping, drinking, or eating excessively? Are you holding grudges? I know all of these things we can all relate to. We're like, oh yeah, I've done that, or I am doing that. When your heart is open, you will find that your actions tend to match your words. You rarely get offended. You are emotionally available. When your heart is open, you truly take responsibility for who you are and what your beliefs are. You love yourself more completely. Conflict resolves more easily, and you have a desire to live in harmony with others. Ganesha's trunk represents the ability to consider how you are perceiving this situation, which is significant in your spiritual growth. An elephant's trunk, which I'll show you this again. So, an elephant's trunk is an important appendage that is used in its day to day functioning. It serves to remove trees and other large obstacles. That's why Ganesha, of course, is the remover of obstacles, as well as for more fiddly tasks, such as breaking open fruit to eat. An elephant has the capability to handle a range of tasks from minute ones to those requiring great strength. And in this way, Ganesha's trunk is an emblem of his great intelligence and his extraordinary capacity for love. Wow. Rely on your own vast array of abilities to tackle your problems and know that Ganesha is supporting you in this process. So that is the lesson you're learning now, is the capacity to love. And so much of it is about your capacity to love yourself, and to see your strengths, see your abilities, see what you're able to obstacles that you're able to remove out of your life and how you use your power in so many different ways. But I love this awareness of capacity to love. What is it, Rumi? I think it's Rumi that says that we don't have to find love. We just need to find the obstacles that we have created between us and love. There was something I read this morning too. Yeah, it was a quote from Byron Katie, wonderful, wonderful, sweet soul. And her quote said, "Seeking love keeps you from the awareness that you already have it." And it just blew me away. So that is what I feel they have for you right now. Always victory. Thank you again so much for your donation, and much love to you and your beautiful self love lessons. That's like what we're all always going through, but I feel like this is an important time of that for you. All right. So many, many blessings to you, always victory. And then thank you so much, Renee, for your second donation. And all right, so we want to know how M is current feeling about you or viewing you. So let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. All right, well, let's see what's happening here. Because there seems to be this newness, this refreshness around it here. Because they've got the Page of Swords, which is they have some new way. They're looking at you in a different way now. And the Page of Wands is like new passion. So it's almost like something has triggered them here where they're looking at you in a different way. It's like this, again, pages are newness, right? And, you know, it appears here to be two things. One, I feel like they have been looking at their own way of looking at things. And I think this card came up for you in your last reading. But this is them realizing of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. They've really been looking at how they've been deceiving themselves and how their viewpoints and ways of thinking have kept them restricted and kept them from getting love and other opportunities. So this Page of Swords is where they're seeing things in a different way because of that. So, that's why that is happening, because it's almost like they've been having enough things uh, impact their life that they're realizing, oh, this must be me that's causing this. And I feel like their mindsets are evolving in a way. And then I feel like here, the reason why they have this new interest in you is because of what you've been doing. I feel like you have been going, you know what? It's like, screw everyone else's opinions and thoughts and beliefs. I'm going to be me. I'm going to stop trying to fit into what everyone else wants me to be. And I feel like you've been really over the last probably what 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, really been doing significant going. I'm going to be me. I'm letting go and cutting away a lot of these, um, you know. Expectations that all these people have on me, and I'm not going to be afraid anymore. I'm going to lose people's love and patience and everything else that is coming into their life. And I like that. I like this. They're like, wow, you're so much. They're seeing you in a different light as I turn on the light. um, they're seeing you in a different way because of what you're doing and because of how you are not hiding behind, not that you are hiding behind masks, but you're letting people see the true you. So it's not like you're you were had masks. Maybe it's more like the hair was in your face and you've been pulling back the hair and the people are seeing you for who you are. So it's more that. Not like you had masks, but you weren't showing everyone who you truly were, but you're not hiding yourself anymore, is what I feel. So that's what they have for you, Renee. Again, thank you so much for your additional donation. And we'll get back to the previous list. Almost done with the first session. So, Brenda, you wanted to know, will you have your own space to live and nurture yourself and your daughter? All right, so your own space. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay. Eventually. I know. You have the Knight of Pentacles. It's movement, but it's slow moving here. And I feel like it happens after you have this, you've completed the maze of these emotions that you're meant to go through. I feel like, wherever you're at with where you're transitioning to in between time does help you with looking at your emotions. And the Five of Cups one tells us no emotion is wrong, we've come here to experience them all, but we don't have to live in it. The Three Cups are normally spilt and the Two Cups are normally behind. And the Three Cups are, we come here and we focus on the lower vibrational energies, the lower vibrational love, which is of fear and conditional love and all those delicious, betrayal and, um, you know, missing and loss and, all that stuff we come here to experience, which is the opposite of who we are, which are beings of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. Um, Once we have um, process those enough, transform them enough, then when you're standing in your power of emotional choice, knowing that every moment is a choice either between higher vibrational unconditional love or lower vibrational fear of losing conditional love, and then you're able to make the choices. And I feel like wherever you're going helps you with that, and like you get nurturing, you get um, awareness, you get this time of reflection, I feel like you have time to go for walks and you have time to spend some alone time with yourself. But then you're able to eventually, you will move into your own home um, where you can nurture them. But in the meantime, it's like necessary. This middle point is necessary because of what you get there. All right, Brenda. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. And Cheery, you are up next. So you have two main zodiac signs on your chart. You have Scorpio rising, Venus, Mars, and then you have Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Mercury. Wow. Describe your character a little bit. Okay. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know around all that here. Very fitting. You have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, of course, is Earth energy, which is Capricorn. So, with your Sun, your Moon, your Mercury, with all of this, it does bring in a wonderful, Earth feeling. It does allow you to find a wonderful balance in how you relate your worth, your inner worth, to the outside world. This Capricorn energy, though, how you get there with Capricorn is very, very fun because Capricorn is the taskmaster. It is the shaker, the rattler. It's the devil card in the major arcana, which it um, gives you these assignments, and with Sun and your Moon and your Mercury, Mercury, of course, is how you communicate and how you want to be communicated to, and the Moon is your emotions and what you revert to when you're in stress, and your Sun is how people perceive you in our ego and our it's our CEO of our chart. So all of this, when it comes down to it, your Capricorn wants to do the task and it wants to do the work and it wants to challenge things, and it goes there. And then though it also gives you a reward, which is this fullness and this abundance. So you are able to really get down and do the dirty work and get things done, and you're not afraid to bring up all this stuff like, I want to look at the worst of what I am, I'm reaching down and I'm going to look at it into your emotions and um, communication. You just like, I kind of feel like you don't like small talk too. It's like you're ready to, let's get the work done. Let's go. I'm in task mode. I want to get to the work because I want the reward. So I feel like that piece of that is coming in there. And then you have a Scorpio rising with your Venus and your Mars, which Venus is how you love and want to be loved. And Mars energy, is the divine masculine side and how you deal with authority. But the rising is how it's the lens through which you see the world as well, and kind of like how people see you as well. But you have the magician energy, which is very fiery, energy. Scorpio. I know they're ruled by Pluto. I think they're co-ruled by Mars, which is very fiery energy. But this brings into you this go-getter kind of attitude too. Like, I want to initiate things. I am strong. I want to move things forward. I don't want to sit and wait for things to come to me. I want things to happen. Let's go. And so the combination of those two, you can kind of see where you're at. So that's a little bit a peek into the character, like you said, a little bit. And that's the little bit that they want to show you right now. So hopefully that resonates for you, but it's beautiful. We're all wonderful, individual, unique soups of all the planet's energy that's all in there, giving us beautiful flavors. So I like it. All right, Shiri, that is what they have. Much love to you. Vani, you are up next. Vani Mohan. You want to know, hi, is there any new person coming in for you in love? And when will you meet? All right, let's take a look here and see what they have here. Well, you do have the Page of Wands, which is new passion. So you do definitely have some passion that comes into your life. So a new, a new spark that happens. So that is a yes. And when you have the Three of Cups, and this would represent like a group, a gathering, a celebration, a joyful gathering. So if you do have any kind of party coming up, a wedding that you're going to, some sort of celebration, birthday party, get together, whatever it may be, um, that's where you'll meet them. It's going to be someone that you don't know. I feel like it's not like, oh, it's an old flame or someone else I know that I meet. Oh, yeah. I feel like wherever you attend, it's someone new that's attending, and you just like, you guys just hit it off. There's this spark, the mutual attraction that comes in. So accept every party invitation that you have. And I feel like with the three too, I feel like it's within 3 weeks to 3 months. I don't feel like it's within 3 days, but I feel like it's in between 3 weeks and 3 months. And the and it is a fated meeting, so there's nothing that you can do to make it come any sooner, because the party, the gathering, is already on the calendar, I feel. But what you can do to help make it in a beautiful meeting is work just to continue while you're waiting. It's like, well, what can I do? Well, I'm going to work on my self love, because the more I work on my self love, I also open the capacity to love and receive love from others. So I feel like that's what's going on there for you right now, Bonnie. So many blessings to you. All right, Catherine, 1111. You would like to know Virgo's current feelings towards you. All right. your grins. Let's take a look here. And thank you guys so much for all of you that have given a big thumbs up on the video. It does help spread the Zen love. And thank you guys so much for being part of the love tsunami that we send out to the world. All right, the current feelings for you. Well, so we've got some passion here. They're balanced between, fire and water. So it's, they have emotion, like feelings, but they also have attraction as well. But they're kind of drawn here, the Three of Cup, I mean, the Five of Cups, the Three Cups down below. I feel like they're kind of focused on their past pains and their past sufferings right now, that they haven't recognized the Two of Cups behind them, which is this bond of love and relationship that's possible. Um, but I feel like they're just focused on, this pain that they've had in the past, and they're kind of just rehearsing it and nursing it, and it's kind of looping in there. And so they're working to get out of that maze of their emotions into their mind to go, oh, there is love there. But I just feel like they're so consumed on their own, swimming in the quagmire of their own sufferings, that they don't realize there's a whole other landscape out there. So I feel like it's there. I just feel like they don't have the emotional ability to express it yet. They can feel the attraction, which is great, and they know there's emotion there, but there's just so much, uh, like they're stuck in emotional mud right now, which is all right, because we want them to deal with all that stuff before they step forward, right? So that is what they have for you, Catherine 1111. Many blessings to you. All right, and Kita Moore, I'm going to complete your free one. I see a donation coming through for Elisa, so she's typing her question. But Ankita, you're the last one in my first session before the sound went out, so I will complete you, and then we'll jump to Elisa's question. So Ankita Moore, will things get sorted between you and your friend Aditya? All right, so let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know? Yeah, I do see here you've got the Eight of Cups, which is leaving behind emotions that no longer serve, and then the Page of Swords, which is new communication. So, I feel like both of you are working on kind of letting some old emotions go, letting some old stuff go. And once that's completed, then I feel like you guys sort out, you have a renewed communication that comes in. You're looking at things differently from a higher perspective, looking at, your friendship in a different way, because of what you've gone through. But it's really allowed you to see things differently. And I feel like it ends up being, even like a closer friendship, because of, realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, fears were interacting in it. And you're like, you know what? It's almost like I see both of you going, I was acting really stupid. And like, I was too, but hey, at least we know we can act stupid together, I like it. I like it that there's this letting go of old emotions. You guys really learn from it, and it almost creates a stronger bond eventually. Just takes both of you getting through that, letting go of the old emotions that no longer serve. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. I'm going to close out of that. And Elisa, or question above or below. Right. So thank you for your donation, Elisa. What's going on with F? Is he thinking about coming closer at some point? He sent you, a subliminal reply. Or is that a sublime? Like, oh, wow, is it an amazing sublime or subliminal? Or both? All right, let's take a look here. So what is going on with F? Look at that first. And then is he thinking about coming closer at some point? All right. So let's see what's going on with them. Okay, that is very clear. All right, so cryptic, right? Well, they are definitely going through this rebirth here. I mean, we've got the World card, which is ending of old cycles and new beginnings. It's the last card in the Major Arcana, which takes us to the first card in the Major Arcana, which is this, new birth, new movement forward. And we have the Ace of Cups, which is new love. So, what's going on with them right now? They like have this rebirth that's happened in their life. Significant endings of old cycles, significant new beginnings coming in their life, and this coming in here too. So I like all this. It's like there's this definitely, it feels like January 1st, yeah, Happy New Year. It's like this newness that is coming into their lives, and they just feel like almost like, wow, it's a whole new year. Overwhelmed a little bit. They're just like so excited about releasing so much and beginning this new phase of their life. When I asked about, are they thinking about coming closer? Yeah, well, here's the thinking. Six of Swords is letting go of old ways of thinking, new ways of thinking, but it's the movement card. It's moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. So this is moving towards you. And Ace of Wands is new passion, new excitement as well. So I feel like whatever this is that's going on in their life, they're having a huge reboot in their life. And I feel like maybe that's why they're so cryptic, right? They're just like, it's like a little kid walking into a candy store for the first time going, oh, I just can't handle all the energy. They almost can't speak. You're like, hello, hello. But I feel like there is this, their heart has come to this beautiful place. It's like a lot of knowledge is dropped into their heart and they're just ready. And I feel like they will with this movement card. And with that, I feel like they will move forward. I think they just need to kind of get their bearings right now. But definitely a significant, huge change in their life. Did they get a new job? Did they move out on their own? It's like a huge change where they just feel so free and so away from feeling restricted and things like whatever needed to end in their life, they're having these significant endings that's just allowing them to move forward. So I do like this for you. And I feel like at some point they will. It's just like I said, they just have to calm down and get their bearings. So I like it for you, Lisa. And that's what they have. So many blessings for you. All right. And I'm gonna leave up my other chat so I can see which ones I've done, because I am starting on the chat here. I know I've been on for my 2 hours, but I know I started late, and so I'm going to stay on longer here to try to get through some more free readings. And if anyone wants to make sure, that I do get to their reading in this session, of course, I do honor any donations to prioritize those and dive deeper into those as well. So we're going to speed up a little bit, though, on the free readings just to try to get through as many as I can here. So let me make sure here. Let me move this over here so I can see it. There we go. So Vani, I think we... that sounds familiar. Did we already do that one, Vani? Yeah. So Vani, we did take care of the when will you meet him, and when will you get a job. We did not ask that one, so let me throw that one in here too. We have the Magician card here, and so the Magician card tells me, Vani, about job is that there's not a faded job here in the near future, which means that you have it within your power with the Magician card of the when. And that depends on what you're doing with your magic wand. Are you focusing on what you're grateful for in the moment? If you do have a job or you've had jobs, it's like focusing on what you're grateful for around jobs, or just what you're grateful for that you do have in your life. Focusing that wand on what you want to draw in. So I want to draw a job in. So you're focusing on drawing a job in, focusing on unconditional love and joy and peace. And so all that is growing. If we focus on like, I don't have a job, I'm missing a job, or I have something in my life that I hate my job. And things grow. Whatever we focus on is what's growing. And so Spirit is saying you have a wonderful opportunity now where your manifestation abilities right now are huge. So focus on what job you want. Focus on what you're grateful for, and you're going to see this, the power that you have of your manifestation. So I like that for you. So many blessings for you there. And Lisa Sarkar, you will be the next free reading, but I do have a donation. So thank you so much, Shamika. Good to see you. So you met this guy, Teddy. Is he serious about you? Oh, teddy bear. Teddy bear. All right. Let's take a look here and see. Is he serious about you right now? And I feel like they want to say what is it for your highest experience, and will it lead to anything? Maybe it's your soul, your subconscious is asking. Okay, anything else? All right. Okay. All right. You're welcome. So I like this. It feels like it's um, like it's hidden, the new, like, is he serious? It's too new for it to be revealed, right? It's like the Ace of Pentacles is about a new experience in the outside world. Um, but the Moon card is, it's a significant card because it's like this is reflections that are coming in. Like now is the time to reflect upon yourself, and it's the newness that's here. So enjoy the newness, enjoy the adventure, enjoy the hidden, enjoy the unseen, right? Like, ooh, and I'm like, okay, good. And I know why that we ask those backup questions, because I know I would want to know. It's like, okay, I get it. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the scavenger hunt of discovering who someone is, and discover what reflections are coming up in this interaction, because of course everyone that we invite into our life is a mirror for us, so we can see how we feel about ourselves. And we ask our question, are they serious about me? We ask, and the reflection comes back, am I serious about me? It's like, ooh, I like that powerful question. Am I serious about me and what I want and my love for me? I like it. So I did ask, so is it for your highest experience? Is it, what becomes of this? And so I like it because, whoops, have to have the reveal. So you've got the Seven of Wands, which is about being seen and being up on a hill, which is about, energy. It's about being a bright light on a hill, and some people don't like that you're happy. So this would tell me Seven of Wands is always like for me a success, a victory, that people that are single, that aren't seeing anybody of your friends might be like, why do you get to see? Why do you always find love? Why do we not get to have love? Come back in here and be miserable with the rest of us. Just be single. And so you don't have to defend yourself. You just to enjoy it, right? Because you do have the death and rebirth, this renewal. And I like it. So this is not an ending of it, but it's like a movement, letting go of old things and moving into new things. Because you do have the Ace of Wands, which is new passion that does come from here. So, there's a not really answering our seriousness question yet, but you're happy, you're enjoying the passion, you're enjoying the process and letting go of old things and kind of having a rebirth in your life. So I like this for you. But I feel like the big thing right now is them saying, enjoy the journey, enjoy the scavenger hunt of discovering each other, and look at the reflections that they have that are coming up for you. and asking yourself, am I serious about me? And I like it. It's like you're being nudged to look at your worth on the inside and not on the outside, because everyone is a mirror. And I love that this is a kind of a opportunity for you to really let go of control. I know, right? Oh no. I know. And just allow things to unfold, trusting the universe that if it is something serious, it will unfold. And if it's not, you're going to learn what you are through it as well. But that you're going to enjoy the journey, not trying to get to a destination, which I like for you. But that's what they have for you right now. I know, Shamika. I know. But we can ask later, right? They're like, okay, we'll take your advice for now, and I'll try to enjoy getting to know them, and but more so being serious about you. I like that. So that is what they have for you, Shamika. So hang in there. All right. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. So we had left off with, for the free readings, Lisa Sarkar. And you want to know, is there someone manifesting you? All right. Or manifesting for you, right? All right. So right now, they're having you focus on your emotions. Like the Five of Cups is this emotional transformation that's happening. And the Ace of Swords, this is a very powerful card because it allows you to see things from a higher perspective. It allows you to connect to these capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love. And it allows you to cut away some old ways of thinking and believing around relationships. It's cutting away these fears we have of not being lovable, being rejected, of losing conditional love of the outside world. And it allows you to move from focusing on some old fears, some old pain, some old suffering. It allows you to escape out of the maze in your head and your heart to free you. And then that allows you to bring in someone who's more in alignment with what your heart truly wants. Because right now, if we continue to have the same thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, we're doing what we used to do, and then we're going to get what we have always gotten. And you're ready for something new. And this is why there's like this barrier that's been created for you to give you a chance to raise your love vibration, raise your self-love that will bring in and attract different type of individuals than you've had in the past. Someone who's more in alignment with your higher heart, not the fears that we've had. So that's what they have for you right now, Lisa. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. And we already took care of yours, Ankita. All right. Okay, Bonnie, we took care of that one. I'm just making sure, double checking between the two here. Thank you guys for your patience. All right. And Hershey, there you are in between some of my postings. I almost went right by you. So Hershey, is there a possibility that you and Josh will reconcile? And happy Easter weekend. New birth. All right. So is there a possibility for you and Josh to reconcile? That's what we have here. Well, I feel here you're more being drawn into the Hermit. Here is you being with yourself, and the Moon, self-reflection, diving deep into yours, and more focusing on heading in a new direction. So you know I feel like with what Spirit is saying here is it's a time for you to be with you, and then not reconciliation. The new moon really is, I feel like both of the energies of these cards are pointing me forward forward, not backward, moving forward. Things, the full moon has already come, and now it's time for newness. It's time to move forward. You have a time of reflecting inward with that hermit journey and the moon. And so it is a time for you to look at what you gleaned from that, um, not invest energy in hopes of getting back together, but really look at, okay, why did I want that to happen for me? I'm okay. It's okay to mourn the loss and the movement out of your life, but to really look at what did you learn about yourself and your fears around love and your self love. And then throughout the end of this process, you do start a new adventure into something more in alignment with what your heart wants, your heart truly wants. So that's what they have for you, Hershey. And I know sometimes we get attached. We want the devil we do know, and instead of what can lie in the future. But that's what they have for you. So hang in there. Much love to you. All right, Clova, I believe you are next. Let's take a look here. Yes. So, Clover, what will happen in your love life? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Well, it looks like here, Clover, you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is you've been on this period here of, looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world, but you've been looking inward. And I feel like you're building this solid foundation of this is who I am, and that, people of the outside world or situations or things, that's all unstable. When I find myself defining myself by the outside world, my worth feels like a shaky, home built on shifting sands, right? But this is about finding this solid foundation inward and upward, because you also have this, the Eight of Swords is this time that you've been realizing what of your own thoughts, your own beliefs, your own mindsets, these are all the expectations around love, the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos and the musts, blah, 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 that have made you feel blinded and bound and restricted around love in the past. And, part of this journey that you're on here between these two cards is you're letting go of all these outside things that were making you feel caged, and you're feeling more free, more true to be you. You're also, with this Tower card, is that, trusting that what is moved out of your life was moved out of your life on purpose for a purpose, which allows you to open up space within you of where you want to go, what you want to do, who you want in your life, to basically clear stuff out to make space for who is meant to be in your life and to clear a path for you to get to that. And this is what's been going on. So with all these cards, I feel like it's been, you will find love, but it's about removing these things within, because when we have a lot of expectations around stuff, it does close in, and we kind of say, universe, I don't trust you. I need it to be this way, this way, this way, with this person, this type of person. This is how it has to unfold. This is who I have to be. Instead of going, you know what? I trust you. You're going to bring in who is for my highest good at the perfect timing, the perfect way. And I can let go of control, knowing that whatever unfolds does unfold for me. And I trust you, and so that's, I feel, is what's happening right now, is you're letting go of the need to control the outcome and who and how and why. Trusting. Do you trust the universe? Do you trust the creator? Do we trust their timing? Oh, the real question, right? But that's what's coming in, Clover, for you. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. Yeah, let me see here. I don't think. Oh. All right. Kavita Soroha. I know, finally, right? Krishna. Let me see here. I don't think I've gotten to you yet. Did I? Wait, maybe I did. Nope. Nope. Oh, when did you ask your question here? Okay, no, I haven't gotten down to you yet. Still a little bit a ways to go there. Oh, hold on here. My chat became unresponsive. Okay, let me close out of that here. Oh no. I think the chat just reset. Oh, there it comes. Woof. Okay. Let me pop that back out here. For a moment, it was all. I thought I lost it all here. Hold on. Something must be going on with YouTube today. All right. So, no, Krishna, I haven't gotten to you yet. Let's see. Let me switch this back to live. Hopefully, oh no. So it did get rid of some. I'm so sorry. Let me just take a look here. Can we have there? So the last one that I can see, and if I miss someone, my apologies, but it did reset some. I have Kavita Saroha. I wanted a general reading for next month. And let me see here today. That sounds familiar, but maybe not. So my apologies if I missed anyone. So Kavita, hello. Like a general reading for next month. So let's take a look here. All right. And so for next month, if you're looking for April, I do have an April one. I don't know if you're meaning May. Spirit knows what you're looking for. So with whichever month you're meaning, if you're meaning like the rest of April or May, you do have here this whatever has been with the Seven of Pentacles here. This is like, what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? The fruit, right? And we have the Knight of Wands here, which is the fastest moving knight out of them all. So whatever has been taking its good old time to come to fruition, you're having movement that comes in here. So whatever has been feeling like, oh my God, it's like watching, water boil. It's like, when is it going to, oh, here comes the bubbles. It's starting to happen. It's unfolding and it's moving forward. So I like that for you because it is, I know it's one of those patience things where we're like, Lordy, 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 but there is movement and it's fast movement. Like it comes out of nowhere and it goes from 0 to 120 miles an hour. Like brace yourself so you don't have whiplash, right? Lean back and get ready because here it comes. So I like that for you, Kavita. So many blessings to you. All right, we answered that one. We answered that one. And did we do? Yep, Spiritual Gestiva. We did that already. And Rose, I think we gave you a reading already. Yeah, you had asked about long-term future for Leo. And you're just asking just what for the coming week. So let me just pull you a quick card for the coming week. Ooh, mysterious time coming in here with the moon. So, this coming week, and we just had a full moon. So we're in the middle here. The moon is starting to move towards the new moon. But I feel like this next week is a week of reflection for you. And so looking into What are you seeing all around you? How is that true about yourself, right? So if you're looking, going, why are they being such putzes? And you're like, oh, how am I being a putz? How are my thoughts putsy? You know, why are people being so angry? Oh, where am I angry? Where do I have angry thoughts? And so I like this week coming up here is a beautiful week of aha reflection. It's an emotional movement week with it being the moon, but also a week of taking care of you, spending time with yourself, giving yourself what you need. Mother Luna, the moon, very nurturing for self and for emotions. So it's a week that's important for you, but it's a big week of super high and not really high intensity, but just a lot of super reflection, and I like it. Some great awarenesses do come out of it. So that is what they have for you, Rose with the pink rose flower. Many blessings to you. Dondera, you're up next. Hello, hello. You'd like to know JNSR's current feelings about you. All right. All right. Well, so we do have the Knight of Wands, which is very much a movement card. It's passion, of course. So there is movement of passion there. Eight of Pentacles is about also, it's a movement card, but in the outside world. So their current feelings for you are more passionate and attraction, and they're wanting to move forward in that and take action on their passionate feelings towards you. Now, that isn't, the love feelings of, I love you and I want to be with you forever. It's like, hi, who are you? I am attracted to you. You're making me feel all warm and fuzzy all over my body. And that's, we do want that. We want people to be attracted to us, but of course we want more than that too. So you're going to see movement in that, but that doesn't mean that you have to accept their advances. You can make them, I don't want to say make them earn it, but you can, find out what it is that you really want. And do you want more than passion? You want, other things along with that? Then you get to decide when they make this movement. But I feel like it's going to be happening soon, especially with that Knight of Wands. It's the fastest moving knight out of them all. So that is what is coming through there. So many blessings to you, Dondera. And Clover, I believe we already answered your question about love life. Okay. All right. Shirley Medor, you are up next here. Let me just see where we're at here. All right, and sorry, always victory. I did not scroll down, so you will be up next here. Shirley, you'll be my next free reading. Thank you, always victory, for your additional donation. And let's take a look here. So how can you receive the desires from your life? And I like this lantern oracle I'm being guided to for you. Shine light on our path, right? So let's take a look here. Right. Accountability. Ooh, responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. Oh, accountability. Blah. That sounds like work. Let's take a look here. Card number 19. So when we take responsibility for our choices, we gain integrity and the right relationship with ourselves. Optimally, our decisions are conscious ones made with consideration for the likely consequences to all involved. However, this is not always the case. In life, we learn as we go. As we become aware of a more beneficial way to handle ourselves, others, and life, we do so accordingly. We maximize our chances of this when we remain open to addressing any damage or ill feelings that arise toward ourselves and others. When we accept constructive feedback, right, and are open to alternative points of view on our behavior, our opinions, understandings, and choices, we become enriched, more aware, and better equipped to deal gracefully with whatever life confronts us with going forward. Being approachable and okay with being called out on our less than finest moments results in bridges being built instead of walls. The refusal to acknowledge our flaws and imperfections that show up in moments of poor discernment and behavior thwarts our growth and inner harmony. The work required to address our shortcomings can trigger challenging feelings of failure, insecurity, denial, anger, resentment, fear, self loathing, and shame. When we do not work through these uncomfortable emotions, they have the potential to keep us stuck. To embody the profound truth that there is nothing to feel ashamed of when we experience an uncomfortable learning curve frees us to take responsibility and release ourselves from the stuckness that otherwise ensues. Life gets easier and infinitely more beautiful and warm the second we accept that we, like everyone else, are humanly imperfect and that this is perfectly acceptable. Amends and compassionate acceptance over our and others' flaws and imperfections heals and strengthens all parties involved. It is also a way to deepen the bonds between ourselves and others. The featured mother here, she assures us that the things we wish we had not done or had approached differently are gifts. They are necessary for learning how to do things differently going forward. They are always what make us increasingly compassionate and understanding of others and their actions. We are not our mistakes, but um, what we do with them. So we are not our mistakes, but what do we do with that? All of our past choices can be used to help us grow into the truth of ourselves. They help us identify what is aligned with our spirit self in the less obvious places. Accountability is an act of self love, compassion, and acceptance that benefits all. However, the most important person to be accountable to is yourself. It can be helpful to develop the habit of checking in with yourself each day by asking, what am I doing and why? Is this aligned with my values and my spirit self? If so, proceed. If not, then ask yourself, is there another way, a way that feels good and true for me to continue? Or does this behavior, thinking, situation, or person need to go? Do I need the perspective of someone who knows better and is more experienced in this area? So, this mother's message for you is when you are accountable, you stand empowered, confident, and with integrity. So, being aware is a huge piece. So, when we go, how can I receive my desires, from my life? It's understanding what is my true desire. I like that connection to the higher self because it's like, we have all these, when it talks about our humanness and our errors and how we don't, um, like we feel like we make mistakes, it's because we have all these stories of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. We're filled with all this, caca poopa doo doo information all our lives going, this is what your desires are supposed to be, right? And then we attempt to find those desires, and we're like, why am I not getting what I'm told I'm supposed to get from that? That's because that's not what our true heart's desire, our higher self's desire is. And when we become in alignment with that and we question, okay, is this what I really want? Then we start cutting away the fears of not having all this other stuff, and we start living in a different way. So I like that. In what areas of your life are you not accountable? That is a great question, right? Let's take a look here. And I feel like you want both tarot and an oracle. And we will go pull from the Wild Mystic Oracle guides here. And thank you for your second, third, fourth. I've lost count. Always victory on your donations today. Thank you so much for all of them. I greatly appreciate them. And let's see what Spirit has for you here. Chameleon. Got the grow. I think that's the chameleon. Yeah. Nope, that's not chameleon. Chameleon is disguise, so this must be something else. Let's see. Sorry, they're not listed in by the word. They're just they expect you to know and identify what each of those is. That's maybe that where are you accountable? Understanding, seeing things the way that they are. that's my opportunity right now. So sorry. Let's see what these are here. Probably can just go to the index and look down it and identify it, but there's not so many cards here. What do you feel those were? It's not lizard, it's not chameleon. Oh, it wasn't gecko, I don't think. I didn't see gecko. Salamander. Duh. Okay, salamander. So this card represents growth from destruction, like a sapling growing out of the ashes of a wildfire. Despite being an ambitious creature, the salamander has long been associated with the element of fire in myths and lore spanning back to ancient Greece. And the origin of this connection is often disputed, with some believing it may stem from salamanders who hibernated in rotting logs, only to burst forth when the logs were taken indoors and burned. This gives the illusion that these creatures were born from flame. And while they are in fact cold-blooded and contrary to old wives' tales, not flame retardant, this association with heat and fire have persisted. Yet the salamander is in the fire suit of the minor arcana of the tarot, appears on the page, the knight and the king, to protect them from risk. So I feel like that is this energy that's coming in, that being willing to take a risk, being willing to step out, being willing to, do things that are out of the norm and out of those, kind of like letting go of control as well. Feels like it's coming in here. It goes on to say that salamanders, like some reptiles, are capable of regrowing certain limbs after an accident. And the salamander card may signify hope and recovery after a difficult time. And while the symbol of fire can be one of destruction and harm, it also represents the heat of the hearth, the warmth of the home, and the light in the darkness. The type of the growth that the salamander card invokes is regrowth from a period of difficulty, a tumultuous upheaval, or traumatic experience. The shadow side of the card is about an upheaval to come, or a learning experience from which you can grow and change. And so as a cold-blooded creature associated with the heat of fire, this card can be encouraging you to equalize your passions, could be a symbol of opposite forces working against each other, which need to be balanced. And this is the element of fire. So it does feel like, with this energy that comes in here, the area of where you may not be feeling accountable is about taking a risk and jumping forward, in things. The fear of failure, right? The fear of making a mistake, which makes sense with what we were talking about. Um, you know, what does it mean? What does it mean if I fail in some way, to, this role, this thing that has been given to me, right? So let's take a look here. Just going to see what areas of accountability. Okay. So one area here, I mean, this, when we have this high priestess, this is like diving deep, taking steps away, diving deep, here's the flame, and, connecting to spirit, looking behind the scenes, diving deep, like, yeah, this is what I feel like I do all the time, right? But the Page of Cups, the accountability is searching for the love that we're really looking for, right? And, the more we turn inward and upward, the more we find the chalice, the Holy Grail. This is truly what we're looking for. When we have our fears in the outside world, it's the fear of losing conditional love. When we look at, everything that we fear in life comes down to feeling the human of us, we're very tribal, very pack oriented. We don't want to be rejected by our tribe, or we don't want to be rejected by our God. Whatever it is that it's a rejection at the core of our fears is, if I do something that's not acceptable, what happens? How does it unfold? What, ultimately, triggers with all of that. And so we fear, being able to, not be lovable in the scheme of it all, right? And so that's what's unfolding with that. We got the Judgment card. It's about turning inward and upward, to find unconditional love from above. Well, here's our Judgment card, our higher self calling our human self to this higher place. We have the Empress too, which is about new birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So, a lot of this is all about turning to ourselves to find the love that we've been looking for all along. And they just all turn us inward and upward there. Let's see, you said it's very difficult to keep giving to life when you feel like you're not getting. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I definitely understand that. I mean, you have the Five of Wands. Here's that fire energy of the salamander, where it transforms it. There's this beautiful energy that's coming of, it moves from something feeling very fearful to something feeling very loving. And, you're definitely not alone in those feelings. The Grow card, it's all about us growing back things that we feel are missing within us. And when we're giving to life, and we're not getting back, that's the expectations, right? We're taught so much of our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. You want to be a lawyer and be happy, but spirit wants you to be a crusader. Yeah, it's this so much of our mindsets, really realizing we're so much more than just the human, right? Or this human character that's coming down here to live this human experience all those lower vibrational emotions, but at a point in our life, which we're, everyone that's in this room, we're at, right, where we're realizing that we're so much more than the human. We're a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being. And it's the joining together of those. We don't destroy our ego. Our human is hungering for love. All of us have this dream of being lovable and acceptable and successful in whatever ways we've been told that's supposed to be. But ultimately, we get disappointed in the outside world because people, we're told to look into relationships, situations, and things. People change, they pass away, they walk away, so relationships are unstable. Situations like job, education, social status, situations we get in never stay the same, right? Always changing. And things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. That's our bodies, our possessions, our bank accounts. Eventually, we are like, that outside world is pretty unstable, ever changing. I can't get a solid footing. And that's when we kind of get to this point of giving up. And then that's when we turn inward and upward. And that's where that Ace of Cups comes in, because that's the chalice. It's the Holy Grail. When we define our worth by that which is eternal, means it never ends, and unconditional, nothing we can do to lose it, then that's when we have that solid foundation and something so stable, so solid, then it changes our whole viewpoint of the outside world. We don't need it to be stable. We don't need it to do anything. We get to start appreciating for what it is. And instead of having our happiness depend on something in the future, like when all this happens, then I can be happy, we realize I can be happy right now for no reason at all, and no one can take it from me. I can start enjoying life instead of exhausting ourselves to get to somewhere. So I feel like that's what's coming in here right now for you, always victory. So the fears we have are fears of being unlovable, but when we turn inward and upward, we find we are never ever unloved. We have eternal unconditional love. Just human characters, for the sake of our story and experiences, will pretend to not love us and to reject us. But in the end, when we take off all the masks and we have the after party, you know, that we go to after the show is over, everyone's like, "Oh, you were so funny when you acted like you rejected me." Ha ha ha! It's a wonderful adventure. But that's what they have for you, always victory. So hang in there, hang in there. Much love to you, and again, thank you for your donations. All right, LA, thank you for your donation as well. And you want to know, is Stephen S. and your lawyer going to come to an agreement this month? This case is going on for too long. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. I think what they're saying about it is like when you come to terms in your heart, when the case is solved within you, with your heart and your mindsets, then it does, right? I think that's what they were talking about before. Yeah. It's all in your hands, your power of choice. So the Page of Wands is about, they have the Ace of Wands, and the Chariot is about mindsets, emotions, and energetic choices. And so, the message that comes with these LA, which I know I want like a date and a time, but they're saying the whole purpose, like this has been going on for so long, is because there is this huge life-changing awareness that comes through all this, with you stepping into your power. Why are angels bullying you? Right? They're like and they do it all out of love, right? I just want my money. So when we realize that, every moment we get to choose what story that we put to any situation, what emotion we feel as we go through it, and our energy that we're investing in it is going to determine where it goes and what unfolds. Every moment is a choice of unconditional love or fears of losing conditional love, fears of what something means, right? And we're taught all this stuff growing up about the supposed to and the should, all the, we're told that when this thing happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. This is the story you're supposed to apply to it. And as you're going through something, this is the emotion you're supposed to feel as you go through it. And this is where you're supposed to invest your energy around it, focus on your fear and the stress around it, because then that makes the fear grow bigger and the stress grow bigger. And with that Ace of Wands, this is where what we can do in this situation is like, I'm going to choose to put a new story to this. Instead of it's happening to me, I'm going to try to look at it as, how did I want this to happen for me? Why did I ask this to happen for me? Like your angels and are not bullying you. You asked for this before you came down here. They will show you the piece of paper. Here's your initials. You wanted to go through this. We even asked you, are you sure? And you're like, yep, I want it to be 10 years or whatever. I forget how long it is. This is how long I want it to go because I'm going to learn this lesson. Good. So you can ask yourself, like, okay, why did I want this to happen for me? And what am I going to choose to feel as I go through this? I'm tired of feeling frustration. I'm tired of feeling fear. I'm tired of feeling resentment. I'm going to choose differently. And with this Ace of Wands, right? It's like, here, hold my beers. I want to sign this contract. I hear that a lot from a lot of people, and I get it. It's like, really? Why did I want to sign up for this? We'll realize it later. So what you can do in this with that Ace of Wands is, when we focus on it's not happening fast enough, what our energy is saying is like, I like things not happening fast enough because I'm investing energy in the phrase not happening fast enough. They're like, oh, they want more of not happening fast enough. No. Or what I feel I'm missing, or what's going into my life that I don't want, or, because when we focus on a fear of losing something, we will repel it out of our life. And when we focus on fearing something will come into our life, we will draw it in, right? But instead, what we can do with the energy is truly, sincerely focus on, what am I grateful for that's in my life right now? And we can focus on that. We can even focus on, what am I grateful for in this situation right now? And, it's like, I'm grateful it's not going to last a century. I'm grateful for a resolution. We can start focusing on what we do want in it instead of what we're not getting in it. And that transforms and changes the energy. It draws in something new to us than what we've been drawing into it in that situation. You can focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. And, you can, and I love that you're, laughing, because that's good. It's like, let me just laugh about it, going, oh my God, this is hilarious. I'm just going to start to have unconditional love and joy and look at it as a giant joke I was playing on myself before I came down here, and go, look what I'm going to put myself through, everybody. Ha ha ha, and see the energy change, see how it goes. Because this is the energy that's coming through, is they're really putting it, saying it's all about the energy you're investing in it. Let me change my mindset. It's not something happening to me. It's happening for me for some reason. And what have I learned through this? And then my emotion, I'm going to let go of all the negative energies, the lower vibrational energies. I'm going to start to pour love, unconditional love, and joy and laughter into the situation instead. I know it'll be a powerful transition. I mean, if you can do that with this situation, imagine what you're going to do with the rest of your life, right? So I feel that is what they have for you right now, LA. I know. Um, so you can just punch your, spirit team in the arms when you get up there, going, you guys, boom, boom, because they are bringing for you what you wanted. And I like that. When we take responsibility for our life, the power switch and the power change is very powerful, because you realize, I get to choose what anything means, what I want to feel through it, and where I invest my energy. The outside world doesn't get to tell me that anymore. So I like it. So high five, LA, high five. Yeah. Well, it's I'm just the messenger, right? They're the ones that are telling you it. So much love to you. Hang in there. All right. All right. So we left off with Shirley. Thank you for your patience, Shirley. You want to ask, will Jessica and her board be offering you the job this month? Okay, let's take a look here. Yep, I like it. You've got the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion, and the Three of Cups is celebration. So this for me would be a yes for you. It would be an affirmative for it. So there is movement on it, and it does bring you joy. So I like it. And fast answer for waiting so long for that question, but at least it's a great answer, right? But that's what they have right now for you, Shirley. And Kita, if you're still here, I'm sure you probably heard your reading already. Luminous. Let's see here. Did you ask a question? I don't see one there. So they probably know what, well, not probably, Spirit knows what you're looking for. So Luminous, if you are here, we'll pull a reading here, and Spirit knows. All right. So you do hear with the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords, with your question, it really is you're beginning to see things from a different perspective. You're changing your mindsets, and there's this movement and how you're looking at it. The Knight of Swords searches after seeing things from this higher perspective, and the page is that you do have it, and so there is this letting go of expectations, letting go of control over how something is supposed to unfold, should unfold, need to unfold. And you really do have this clarity of mind that is coming in through whatever situation is unfolding. If your question is about communication too, this is about new communication coming in, movement of communication coming in that is different than you had expected. Not that it's bad or good, it's just different in how you and what's being communicated and how you're being communicated with. Makes sense too. I feel Mercury retrograde messes with your communication a little bit, which is all right. I just feel like whatever miscommunication there's been, you get a lot of clarity. Like things get cleared up. Where like if you were, there's a misunderstanding between you and somebody, or you just feel confused around a situation, new information comes in that you're like, oh, now I see and understand. And so I feel like that's what's coming in for you. So that is what they have for you, Luminous. Many blessings to you. All right, on Jama Sharma. Hello, hello. And you want to know, will your partner be back from a no contact situation? Will he approach you? Let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know around this here. So right now, this is a time for both of you. I mean, the Hierophant is like they're guiding you to go inward, to really question your thoughts, your beliefs, and your mindsets around your life. What do you want? What are your expectations? The King of Swords, they rule over air, and they're given a second portion of air. And this Ace of Swords up here allows you to connect to the higher realm, to the capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, where you get to see, who am I? What do I want out of life? This is the no contact situation here. This is all being drawn, and it's happened on purpose for both of you to be able to look into your life, yourself, connect inward and upward to your higher heart. Because whatever has unfolded in your life together, there was this, a lot of expectations attached to it, which we all have. It's not something like, oh, I can't believe you have that. We all have that. It's all been given to us entire life, but we have shakeups like this. It almost reminds me of the Devil card energy, which is Saturn, just Capricorn energy. Rattle, 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 rattle your cages to see, where are my fears of losing conditional love? What are all these rules, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the musts I have around life, around relationship, around who I am supposed to be, everything. And it just is such a pivotal point in your life of why this has happened. I don't feel like they will be back because I feel like the no communication and the separation was for you to really realize who you really are and what you really want. And when you do that and you get into that, you're going to see like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want reconciliation. I don't want to get back into that situation. There's something so much more I want for myself. And I feel like that's what's coming through there. So that is what they have for you, Anjana. So hang in there. I know it's a, you know, scary situation when we have something that we may have been having such a strong foundation of our worth and who we are. It's a huge fear of ours to, feel rejected, feel not chosen, no communication, no understanding of it. But when we realize, oh, this happened for me, that they wanted this out of my life so that I could really understand who I am and to move forward into a direction that's more in alignment with who I truly want to be. We start to let go of the I don't need to know why it happened on the physical realm because I understand why it's happened to me at a higher realm. So that's what they have. Hang in there. Many blessings for you. All right, Krishna Dewani, thank you so much. I know we've taken like forever to get here. I'm almost at 3 hours, but I do want to try to get. I think I'm almost to the bottom, so I do want to try to get to everyone here if possible. But I got to balance too. So Krishna, will you get commitment very soon from Kamlesh? Let's take a look here. All right. Wow. So I do see here you've got the Four of Wands, which is the kind of the marriage card, and the Four of Cups, which is about uh, a new love, a stable love, emotional stability, energetic stability. Fours are very solid numbers. So I feel like this is coming in here. The Four of Cups, even though it looks like they're sad, it's like they are used to old love that just didn't fulfill them, but there's this new love that's coming in that's more fulfilling. But definitely emotional stability, energetic stability. This is like I said, the marriage card. So I really am getting positive vibes on this for you, Krishna. So um, time frame, with these two fours in here, I just really, it's either 4 weeks or in the month of April. So I feel like it is something that is coming very soon for you. If not, it's like 4 and 4, which can be like 4 to 8 weeks. But while you're waiting, the thing that you can do to help speed things up, focus in as much as you can, excuse me, on your self love, moving inward and upward, because it does open up the ability. One, you get a win-win of connecting to your higher self and the beautiful love that we're all searching for, but it also opens up the pipelines of love on how we can receive and give love to the human world, because we can't receive love more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor give love more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if I love myself this much, no matter how much love I'm going to put out there, it's only going to dribble through. No matter how much love they want to give me, it's going to dribble through. But if I expand my self love, not only am I getting floods from above, I'm able also to receive a lot of love and give a lot of love in to the humans. So that's what they have for you, Krishna. Again, thank you so much for your patience and much, much love to you. All right. Okay, we did that. We did that. Very good. All right. Let me see here. Got 1, 2. All right. So I'm just taking a look here. Well, yeah, there's not as many as it looks like. Okay, good. So I wanted to get through everyone as much as I can here. Ashika Asawa, you want to know what is going to come for you in love going ahead. So let's take a look here. Well, we've got this transformation that's happening regarding love. You have the Five of Wands, which starts off, Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion. And it's this movement of what feels like conflict to something more loving and something more flowing. And it happens here because of this Ace of Swords. You're seeing things from a higher perspective. You're cutting away expectations and fears around it. So what feels like so conflicting, and there's fear, involved right now regarding love for you. It's because you have all these thoughts and beliefs around what love should be and supposed to be, need to be, and that's so much control that we feel like we have to have over it, that we have all these expectations that have it so restricted that, understandably, there's fear that I'll ever find love like this. And the universe goes, well, that love that's within this little box is on back order for 1,000 years. But if you want love in this lifetime, they're like, if you cut away and let go of control, release the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos, the have tos and the musts, and around that, trust the universe can bring you what is for your highest experience in the perfect timing with the perfect person for you. Then there's this freedom that comes. And while you're waiting, while you're cutting away all these fears of losing conditional love and what it means and blah, 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 you're opening up and allowing the universe to take control and to bring in it. And you can trust the universe and you can trust their timing. And while you're waiting, you work on your self love, you work on raising your love vibration, because that's what draws in someone into your life for your love. When we're where we're at now and we're doing what we've always done with those fears, we get what we always have drawn in, and we get what we've always gotten before, which is unstable, unhealthy love, right? We're like, oh God, I don't want that anymore. And so raising and focusing on your self love is what allows this to come in. So that is what they're bringing in right now for you, Ashika. So many blessings to you. And Clover, we completed yours already. So Lazea Sincere, hey, did your cousin S have anything to do with your account being hacked? Let's take a look here. I don't feel that kind of energy here. The Six of Swords is looking at different ways of thinking, and the Ten of Pentacles is abundance. So it doesn't feel like, I don't feel like conniving, backstabbing, any kind of negative energy. These are both positive cards. So I don't feel like that your cousin is involved in it. There's not that kind of energy with it. So they're off the hook this time. So that's what they have for you, Lizea. Many blessings for you. Angelina, first impressions that they had of you, I think is what you're asking there. There's this, new beginning here, this Ace of Pentacles. Obviously, this is first impression, right? So this is newness. It's very, very new. The Nine of Wands here does show this fieriness. Almost the Nine of Wands. I don't know why, because maybe you are shy in the beginning. Excuse me, but I feel like with the Nine of Wands, this is like this. It's like there's this energetic barrier that we're kind of just behind where we feel safe. And I feel like they see that. It's like they feel like you have a lot of fire, but I feel like you kind of kept it suppressed in a way, like you didn't boom. And maybe it is like you're a little shy in the beginning to really reveal your true, here I am. It's just like, well, here I am. And then you shine a little more and a little more of your fire, and you a little more fire. So I feel like they're like, I don't know if you felt like you came across as being, I don't know, I wouldn't say you're timid, but I feel like they felt like there's more to you than meets the eye. They're like, there's so much more fire in there than you're letting on. And I feel like they like that, though. They're just like, okay, mystery. You're mysterious to them, and they're intrigued by that. So I feel like I said, first impression, they're just like, huh, okay. There's attraction there with wands. It's passion, but they're like, okay, you're holding back your passion, and I get it, and they, but that's how they are perceiving it right now. So that's the little tidbit they want to give you, Angelina. So many blessings to you. All right, Reza Hassan and Krishna, I did answer yours above, so I'm sure you already saw that. So will you and Naeem marry each other? All right, let's take a look here. Well, you get the marriage card with the 4 of Wands. You have the Page of Wands and the 5 of Wands. There's a lot of fire in here. In the beginning here, I feel like if we reverse these, that in the beginning things feel a little conflicted and a little like, conflicted. But 5 of Wands is things change, and here's the Page of Wands, new passion, new, things come in, but all this fire, there's very much a lot of energy around it, a lot of activity, a lot of passion, a lot of, again, a lot of activity that it takes to get there. It starts off being a bit, inflamed in a way. But then the Page of Wands is like I don't want to say it's a restart, but it's like maybe things start off like a bit heated. So I don't know if this is like an arrangement. If it's in like an arrangement, I feel like there's like this, and then all right, and then people go away. They're not like it's over or whatever. They're like, all right, right, and they take all the information, they go back, but when they come back, there's this, it's so different. It's more loving, it's more coming together, it's compromising, but it is so much more peaceful, and it transforms. It's like night and day with that. And then I do feel like there is this marriage that comes together. So that's what's coming through the cards there. So that's what they have for you. All right. And Hemant, hello. I'm doing very well. Hopefully you're doing well, Hemant. I don't know if you asked a question here. All right, we took care of that one. Tanya Hikes, if you are still here, should you leave Kevin? You're a Libra and he's a Capricorn. Let's take a look here. Is it in your highest experience to leave Kevin? Well, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. So I think that's a yes, that it is better for you to leave. The Wheel of Fortune is turning where you do feel fortunate in doing so. Even your human feels fortunate in doing so. And they show here later, because who you find is someone who's very passionate, very much a match for you in love. And so I feel like where you are wanting to go to, that this is what you end up having if you do leave. So I feel like whatever, for whatever reasons you feel like you are needing to trust that, and that just know that it's done what it's needed to do, that it does lead you to a very passionate, union with someone else. So that's what they have for Tanya. Short and sweet for sure there. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right, so we took care of that one. We took care of that one. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. So Alfred, you'll be my next free reading here. I do have another donation. Thank you so much, Natalia. You want to know who is coming towards you in love. So let's take a look here. Whoa. All right. All right. Well, I do like this for you. It definitely is new love. So it's not someone you know already because you've got the Ace of Cups, you've got the Page of Swords, you've got the Page of Pentacles. So it definitely is someone new. All three of these cards is telling me that it is someone that you haven't met in the physical world. It's not anyone you know about with the swords, and it is definitely new love of the heart. So definitely you don't have to worry about it being an ex or someone you currently know or anything else. It's going to be someone exciting and new. And a little bit about the person. I feel like they are a water sign who's very balanced, though, because you got the King of Cups who rolls over water, but all the kings are given air as well, which balances. So they're balanced between heart and mind, someone who can really express their passion and their love, but also they are intelligent and in balance. It's like they're not overly emotional, where they flip off, or they're overly intellectual, where you have to remind them they have a heart. Boop. Um, and I like that they, with the Five of Swords, they deal with conflict well. The Five of Swords is this movement and this change of ways of thinking. And whenever there's any kind of conflict about beliefs or mindsets or anything like that, or even in communication, like conflicting communication, they are like masters at it. I feel like they're like the master compromiser, where they actually help people. Like if they were in a job that fit that, they would be, what are they called? Where they help companies deliberate between each other or people. They like help people come to a compromise, but they do that in they're able to navigate that in their personal relationships as well. They don't like my way or the highway. They're like, okay, let me hear, where are you coming from? What are you thinking? Okay, I like that, let's do that. Or they're like, okay, I see where you're coming from. Well, this is where I'm coming from. What do you think of that? Okay, it's not like, ah. So I like it for you, Natalia. This is a beautiful energy that's coming through. Timing, I don't have anything on that yet that they're showing me here. While we're waiting, we just work on our own heart. We work on our own balancing of heart and mind, raising our self love, raising that vibration. So that's what I feel is coming in for you right now, Natalia. So many, many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So Alfred Armstrong. So, so you'd like to know about your love life with Felicia. Will she text you real soon to move back home? All right, Alfred. Let's take a look here to see what Spirit has for you. Thanks for your patience as we're getting down to your reading here. I know I'm a little past 3 hours, so some of you guys were really hanging in there, or at least you're coming back later to watch it, hopefully, here. So we do have the Eight of Swords here. And the Eight of Swords, something that needs to happen while they're away here is for you to look at what of your own thoughts, your own beliefs, your own mindsets, your fears of losing conditional love, fears of rejection, fears of, outcomes. What of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have made you feel bound and restricted and blinded? Because the reason why this has happened for you and for Felicia is to reflect on, what am I fearing in life? What of my own mindsets created this scenario? What did I want to learn through this? It didn't happen to you. This is happening for you. The Eight of Swords brings that in for us to really have this aha to see, okay, why did I want this to happen for me? What am I learning about myself and my fears through this? And once we do that, that's the reason why this is happening, is for that to happen. And if you're not doing that, and if they're not doing that, then they don't come back home, because the scenario that was created for that, and if that's never done, then they never return. That's what this um, Four of Pentacles is it's telling us about home. It's telling us about stability in the home, but this is what is has created instability in your home. This is what created her thoughts and beliefs created instability in her home. And so this working out, because the Four of Pentacles, teaches us that when we're looking outside of ourselves for our wholeness, our completeness, our fullness, then that we feel unstable, because obviously the three areas of our life are relationships with romantic, friends, family, whoever, situations, and things. And people change, people pass away, people walk away. Situations like jobs, education, all that never stays the same. And things break down, they deteriorate, they blow up, they burn down. And when we look at that, we realize that everything in the outside world is unstable. And when we define our worth by it, we feel unstable. Eventually, we grow tired of that, bored of that enough, disappointed enough, that we turn inward and upward to find that only thing that is stable, which is the eternal, unconditional love of back home, of creator, of spirit, of source, whatever you believe your higher power to be. When we realize that is the foundation of my worth, that love that never ends, that love I can never lose, then we change how we perceive and see the entire outside world. And that's, I feel, is what is needed for you during this situation. Um, and so rather than looking at when are they going to come back or this, it's like, why did this happen for me? Okay, this period of time is for me to do this. And if I do this, then they could or could not come back. Because once you get on the other side of this reflection, you may feel differently. You may feel like, I'm okay if they don't come back or not. Or they might come back and like, oh my God, I had this aha. And you're like, I did too. And your life will be so much different than it ever had before. So just realize it is happening on purpose for a purpose. And if you do that, then that's why this was all happening. So hang in there, Alfred. Many blessings to you. Much love to you. All right. So we took care of those already. Okay, we answered that. We answered that. We answered that. All right. You universe, or yo universe, you're up next. Hello. And so you want to know Lucky's current feelings for you. All right. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles here and the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is, a lot of energy being invested and ending in a new beginning. And so with this Ace of Pentacles, I feel this too here. So the Ten of Wands is like a lot of passion. Maybe they're very much like a fire sign, maybe, but they've been investing a lot of energy toward their feelings for you. And it feels like there's this restart where, because the Ten of Wands is the ending, and then we go to the Ace of Wands, which is new passion, and Ace of Pentacles is something new in the outside world. Now, I don't know which way this is going here. They're not showing me, but they're telling me that you will know, because this is either they've invested a lot of emotion and maybe, are they, is it going in a different direction? Because this would be either they're investing a new passion with you and new things are opening up in your world together, or they're gone. So it's like things can't stay the way they are right now. It's either up or out, is what I feel is coming in here. And I feel like you know what it's going to be. Like you're like, oh yeah, things are going great. It's going to only get better. Or if you're like, no, things have been really rocky and blah, 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 then you're like, maybe it's time for it to go out. But I feel like you're going to be okay with whatever unfolds here, you know. But I feel like this is where we're at here. They have a lot of passion, but I don't feel a lot of cups in with these. And we're not doing clarifiers with these free readings, but it's like, you know, it feels like it's up or out. It has to go, you know, it can't stay where it's at. You're at a fork in the road. A decision has to be made. Is it going to go up or is it going to be out? So that is what they have for you, yo universe. So many blessings to you, and love and light to you as well. All right. And thank you, everyone that has given a thumbs up. Thank you, Bagya. I'm probably murdering your name. Sorry. Thank you for liking and being a new subscriber. You will be my last reading for, actually, nope, sorry. Adhere Rajan. I'll do you, and then Bagya, I will complete you. But you'll be my last one for this one because I've been on for almost 3.5 hours. So I need to go eat, and I will be back this evening, but I'll complete you guys, of course. So, Adia Rajan, hello. And so, Safran's current feelings for Kartik and the next actions. All right, let's take a look here. What do they have here for you? All right, yeah. I see here there is, and you're both Scorpios, yeah. So we've got the Temperance card, which is all about like slowly taking its time, slowly unfolding, right? It probably, it starts off as a base element. As it goes from cup to cup, it slowly, very slowly, is transforming into gold, right? It's just like, but it's worth the wait. We have the Ace of Wands here, which is new passion, coming in. So there is this energy, of attraction. It's just taking its good old time to unfold and to make itself known. Um, I feel like there's the hesitancy and the reason why things take a lot of time to unfold anyway regarding love is that it's happening on purpose for both us and for them, because during the process we are developing our self-love, right? When we're waiting, it's like we have these fears that bubble up of our supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's, and we start to really look into our self-love, because when things are going slow, that's what spirit is having things go slow for, so that we can raise our vibration to that of unconditional love and self love, which allows us to feel this beautiful energy from the higher realms, but also impacts and opens our ability to give and receive love in the outside world. And so it's a win win for us while it's happening. So I like this. It's unfolding slowly. They're getting over some of their fears. You're resolving some of yours. You're both raising your love, so it's at a higher vibration, so it's more compatible. If it happened now, it would be at a lower vibration, which, when we do what we always did, we get what we always got, and we don't want something of a lower vibrational love. We want higher vibrational love. And so that's what's going on right there. So that is what they have for you at here, Rajan. It's focus on your inner love, connecting upward, trusting that things are unfolding very slowly on purpose, for purpose, but it is progressing. There is new passion, new movement that will happen, but how soon it will happen depends on how much of your focus is on developing your self-love. All right. So that is what they have for you at here. Many blessings to you. And so, Bakya, you definitely can get a free reading. Okay, there you go. So you're trying to get an exemption in paper Is it worthwhile, or should you try for paper number 7? Okay, great question. Let's take a look here. I sure will. It's good to fast every once in a while, right? All right. So Bhagya, let's take a look here. Is it worthwhile? So let's do, we're going to pull 2 cards. One is going to be for paper number 8, and the other will be paper number 7. So we'll see which energy, because there's not, a shoulds in the other realm. It's like those just different experiences. So let's take a look here. If you go after paper number 8, okay, and then if you go, all right, paper number 7. So let's take a look here. Paper number 8, the 7 of Pentacles is about the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and it feels like it would take a long time to get any kind of results from. The 7 of Pentacles, which is funny, paper number 7 is like when you get the fruit of paper number 8, I don't feel like the result of it is going to be what you've wanted of it. And so I feel like they're pointing you to number 7. So I'm like, what about paper number 8? They're like, number 7 is really what's in alignment for you. Because you have peace of mind here with the 4 of Swords around paper number 7. So that is what I would focus in on with these 2 cards here is paper number 7 feels you have peaceful mind about it, and it feels like you get what the results from it you want. Number 8, it feels like you would get the results and you would do that, but it wouldn't be what you're wanting from it. You're just like, that's not what I wanted, So that's what I have. You are very, very welcome. All right. And I don't think we did Rashmi. All right. Now I do apologize, and I have a couple more people coming in, but I've been on for 3.5 hours, and I have to stop somewhere, or I continue having readings coming in. So I know you guys understand. I will be back though in 4 hours. So if you want to come back then, I definitely will be here. I do put out my announcement an hour before, so you can get your questions in early there as well. So if you have subscribed, just make sure your notification settings are set to all. I do want to make sure you guys know also that I do put out, I give away a free reading each week on Mondays, and here is the video for that on how you can get in there and to sign up for that. And I also have some news on there about some monthly giveaway. Also, if you are interested in any of my merchandise, Spring is having a sale where they're taking 25% off. So if you're interested in any of that, I want to make sure you know that the savings is out there through the 17th of April. Also, if you're looking for some additional messages of love, I put out a pick a card this week for the Libra full moon alert, and that'll be impacting us for about a week more. And it also had the pick a card was about where can you use balance in relationships. Talks a little bit about how you can use that full moon energy for your benefit as well. And I have a ton of other pick a cards on my playlist if you check those out, with relationships, with finances, career, life purpose, and a ton of other things. Also, I have monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign. That is the playlist for those. So if you want to check those out, those are all free as well. All right, everybody. Thank you again so much for all the thumbs up, for all the love and all the thirst you have from hearing from Spirit. Like I said, I will be back in 4 hours about. And I'm also here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Time and tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, because I'm here Wednesday through Friday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain. So Much love to all of you. Please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. We'll see you soon. Until then, take care.